What's up, buds? Welcome to WeeDnD, the pot positive live tabletop role-playing experience. I am your dungeon master for the night, Brandon Allen McClanahan. My buds call me Bam, and they call me often. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh, we're already on a hype train. Coming in hot, guys. Coming in hot. The buds are the greatest community in the world. What do we say? Level 3, we run around like crazy people?
Yes.
Level 3, guys. Level 3 is we're going to say level 3. It's an easy level 3. Level 3, we're going to run around like madmen. So, guys, so good to see those of you that are here. It's like the gathering of like some of the hardcore buds. Been here a while, man. Dirty Davey, director dude, coming in. So good to see you. Arch Nemesis, my boy. Gino Fox. I know there was quite a few earlier. Honey the Boojum I saw. Titty Prime. My girl Titty. Great professional DM in the house. Huge member of our community. Shout out to Jay Hawkerson, welcome in, and Pepper fan, Jack fan as well. Hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to the circle. We're at 100% on level 1. We're almost level 2. I hope you stretched. I hope you flew. Be damned, Dirty Davy. Let us be the cup of soup that cures what ails you. Thank you guys so much. It is so fucking good to be here, man. Like I'm not being that guy. I'm so slammed. I'm working on so many shows right now. I've got the Tempest Up the Chamber. We're working on, obviously, this show every week. Grim Wilder's good to see you, babe. And so it's like, all that stuff. I love it. I love my job. I love performing and everything. It's fantastic. But there's just something so special about this, man. About 7 o'clock, all these lovely motherfuckers start showing up, and I'm just in the happiest place that I can be. So thank you guys for all you do for making that happen, and thanks to these beautiful motherfuckers for doing all they do. Speaking of those motherfuckers, I'm gonna pass these good healing vibes over to my girl, Brenna. Brenna, how you doing, girl?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fucking real good. Yesterday was my birthday. Thank you. And so I also just got back from the Mile High Fest. With a Mile High Burlesque Fest from Denver with Amanda Kraft. We're on Instagram on Naughty Harlot. So we did that. It was really cool, and had a really good time. They were amazing over there. They gave each of us 3 joints. And they were like, they gave each of us 3 joints. So I have 2 of them. I wonder where the third
Wait a minute.
I put it in my butt.
You're not smoking weed, are you?
No, not anymore. I'm boofing it. Anyway, so
It's more effective.
but they gave everybody 3, but a lot of people only flew in for like their performance and left or like whatever. So everyone's like, what am I gonna do with all this weed? And so they just kept giving it to Amanda and I. So we were just like
Poor child.
I know.
And you made it here today. Incredible.
Yeah, so and I made it here today after being very stoned and performing. It was so much fun, and congrats to all the winners. It was so fucking sick. It was such a great show. Really awesome just to be around really good people. That
Spell Naughty Harlot. You guys should definitely follow them on Instagram.
Naughty, and it just naughty, and then Harlot. Harlot.
Naughty.
She'll link it, I figured.
Thank you, Shadows. It's gonna be linked.
Wow.
It's gonna be linked. So yeah, we do stuff for silly boys.
Please follow them.
Yeah. So that's what I did, and then it was my birthday. But before that, it was Jake's birthday.
Jake's birthday.
So yeah, you guys know me, Brenna, pickles on we. Ah yes, bonsoir. And I was thinking, oh my god. Okay, so when we were in Denver, there was there was not a lot of stuff that stays open late. You know, we're from a town. We're blessed to be from a town where stuff is just open later. Yeah. Not in Denver. Not in D-town. They only had pizza, but it's like the same. And God bless it. No hate on this, but on like one block, there would be 6 of the same type of pizza place. Like, it's the same kind, it's like Evil Pie.
Yeah.
It's like the loud, cool music, cool stuff on the walls, the same kind of guy that looks like all of us. Like, we all look like we would work there, you know, like tattoos and shit. Like, same pizza place. So Amanda and I, we had like pizza like 3 times in a day because it was the only thing that's open. So it makes me wonder, what's everyone's favorite pizza toppings?
Ooh, all right.
I'm a simple lad. I fucking love me those little cup and char dudes.
The Scoopy Pep.
Those little peppies that get like, especially when they're crunchy boys, like that's awesome.
Ooh, a crispy
and
peppy.
some jalapenos, and then maybe if you're feeling crazy, some hot honey.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hot honey
so
up in there.
that's like ideal pizza. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'll eat any crust. I don't give a shit. It's all delicious. I don't care. I don't care. If anyone cares, that's up to you. That's your prerogative. But I'll eat it. I don't give a fuck. Detroit style, come at me. New York style, give me that shit. Fucking Chicago style, I'm gonna eat that motherfucker with a knife and a motherfucking fork all over my body. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Sourdough pizza? Yeah, everyone can just suck all of my dicks. How about you, Drew?
Well, gosh. Where to begin? Where to begin? What's up, buds? Drew, big Lucy Lamore up in the Heezy.
Lucy! I love it when it's stuck.
Oh,
I
Lucy.
stuck.
Favorite
It
thing.
did, Lucy Lamore.
I love it.
It's good. Yeah, what's up, buds? Feeling good. Had a pretty good servant shift this week. First time I've worked in about a month, so and from that I got a couple bartending shifts coming up this weekend, and then on Monday. So I'm gonna be rolling in the dough. I'm gonna be back on the street selling it.
Lucien Lamula.
Yeah, just making that money, making it rain.
Making it wave.
Okay.
Everybody
so
please pick
pizza
them
though.
up.
I like pizza. I'm a big Chicago style guy, and
So
like
good.
true Chicago style from Chicago, like Lou Malnati's. If anyone's from the area,
Ooh.
that's the place to go. Pizzeria Uno's, it's passable, but yeah, Lou Malnati's. That's where you go for pizza, Chicago style. That's what I'm all about. So toppings. I don't know. Italian sausage, I like that. I like,
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's a good one. Jalapenos, I'm a big one on that. Banana peppers, I like
Vitamin
onions,
C.
olives, mushrooms. I like all that shit. I'm kind of like, you just put it on a pizza. I don't care about the crust or the cheese or the sauce. Like,
Don't argue
I'm
with
gonna
me.
fucking eat it.
I'm just gonna eat it.
Yeah.
You don't have to convince me of anything. You
Yeah.
won. I'm eating it.
Oh, it's
You
pizza?
have one now.
The argument's over.
Great.
Yeah, there's no argument. All right.
I'm in.
Nicole?
Nicole?
Is there an argument?
No argument. I'm not going to argue with
Exactly.
you guys. No arguments here. No arguments. No arguments, I promise.
You got something to say, Nicole?
No, I support and love you. That's what I have to say.
Yay!
Yes, eat your pizza however you want to eat it.
Thanks.
Hi, buds. I'm Nicole. I play Enra. I got to do a cool special event this weekend with the Urban Adventures department over at UNLV. They do the crime scene simulation for the criminal justice department in Major. And so there was a special event for high schoolers. They all came out on Saturday and tried out different programs throughout the school. And one of them was Urban Adventures, and I got to be an actor and then also do all the special effects makeup.
Oh, dope.
She looked gnarly.
Yeah, it was
She
fun.
looked gnarly.
And
She
I
sent
killed
us
my
video.
partner. It was
Did you
great.
cut any heads off?
Didn't cut any heads off. No,
This
just
one.
Emra. Emra
Only
does
cut-
that.
only cut
Although I
heads off.
did. My partner was in it too, and he played a dead
looked
body,
great,
and I killed him.
Played.
My character didn't kill him, but my makeup artist.
I haven't seen him since.
Where were
Where is he
you?
gone?
If anyone has
No.
seen,
Please.
This is a missing person. But yeah, it was really cool. I've been trying to get better at special effects makeup, so it was really neat to get to be the head makeup artist for that. It was just me and my friend. That was it. Just me and Adam. That's it. That's good. But it was cool. We still got to do it. But yeah, so that was a neat little thing that I got to do and celebrate her this one's birthday.
I was there.
You were there.
Yeah. We all got
great.
sushi.
What if you weren't?
Oh my god.
Hey, here's pictures from your birthday.
I think she knows
Why
me
did I
well
do
enough
that?
that I would probably be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm so glad you guys had a good time, and I'm just in my room,
Thank you. Eating pizza.
yeah, eating pizza in my underpants, smoking a joint by myself. Like everyone's like, she loves it. It's her birthday. Let's just.
that's what she wanted for. That's
what she wanted.
She wished
That's just
for
what
it.
she wanted.
Yeah.
So as far as pizza, the pizza question.
Yes.
So I mean, as a vegan, I've gotten very creative with pizza. I love pizza. So
Yeah, you do.
I love.
She
I
fucking
love
loves it.
pizza,
Yeah, she
guys.
does.
I love pizza. And now there's a lot of really cool vegan pizzas that are out. But I'm
Do you
not.
call
I
it
don't.
Vegeta?
The what?
Do you call it Vegeta?
I don't.
Vegeta.
Vegeta?
Vegeta? I've never called it that.
Well, now you can.
Now I can. I can call it that forever from now
I
on.
don't know.
Don't say it at school.
Well, like there's lots of doughs.
There's
There's lots of doughs, like the sourdough pizza dough is like vegan, and that shit's so good.
Slaps.
Like Yukon pizza's so good.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I
well,
get that
Red
too.
Dwarf, all
Oh,
of
yeah.
their breads and crusts are vegan. So they have non-vegan stuff, but all of the base is all vegan stuff, which is really cool. So they have great vegan pizza. Also, Vinny's Pizza is really good vegan pizza. like the whole restaurant is vegan, and it's all.
You can eat the walls.
I can eat the walls.
That'd be crazy.
I mean,
They're
our
vegan.
walls not vegan. I mean, I'd say they are
That's
vegan.
fair.
What animal product
fair.
is
Looks
your
great.
wall?
I drywalled with the crushed skulls of my enemies.
All right,
like
well,
that.
that's not vegan.
Well, Nicole, what do you like to have on your pizza?
On my pizza, so I really like. There's a barbecue chicken pizza that I like to get from Vinny's Pizza, and it's all vegan. It's all like not real meat, but it's very delicious. I like it a lot.
A lot of those
cute.
vegan meats.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are really
Vegan
good.
chorizo
Super
is
tasty.
bomb.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't have to call it. Like, I wish they could just say what it is, and that
Yeah.
we'd be like, great, yes, I love
But you have to go,
jackfruit.
like,
yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I wish because I would just do that, and then because then that way I don't have to have the like, it's close enough. I'm like, it's its own thing.
Well, and sometimes though it is a mix of too many things maybe to
True.
even do that because
makes
they have to
sense.
like maybe the base might be jackfruit, but they've added a bunch of other like flavorings and stuff to it to make the texture or whatever it is.
Like
Yeah.
vegan ninjas.
Like vegan ninjas.
Oh,
Yeah.
vegan meat.
I got tons of them.
You're ready,
I'm
man.
ready, dude.
You're ready to go.
Welcome to
You're ready to
WeeDnD.
Not VD&D. Did you say
No,
VD&D?
vegan. Vegan.
Oh.
With the gus
I was like,
sound
not
in it.
VD.
The gus.
VD&D.
Sean is in the
Shot in the wall. It's not vegan. I did want to shout out. We had a bunch of people come in while we were going. Arch Nemesis has obviously been here. Mad Goose, Ron Dinjaro coming in, loving you guys. Might be Tubalance, Gus Langley, former cast member of the show, forever a part of this project. Just being a badass. Hashtag Vegeta. It's over 8,000, 9,000.
D&D. Madam Funyuns did show up, guys.
Oh, okay.
So we all know.
It's definitely not a bot typing that he's alive and well.
alive.
He's alive.
Prove it. Every time Nicole picks up her phone, she like sets it down and it's like,
Yeah. Nicole is so funny all of the time and never killed me.
Definitely didn't
Yeah.
murder me. No.
not even.
I'm so alive right now. It's weird to say.
I love being alive.
Our newest Morning Murders episode is about me and how
Dude, that'd be incredible. Yo, you hear about that murder podcast? She straight up murdered someone.
And then talked about it.
talked
Oh, man.
And that's how, so it gets recorded, and that's how she like tells us about it. She's like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna tell you this story about this thing and this person and blah blah blah.
We're all sitting in our chairs like,
Yeah, and it's just me and Amanda in the breakfast nook with you going like, wow, well, and then it's just us going, well, this is probably that last episode because she's going to murder us.
That's out.
Yeah.
Series finale.
Why did she leave that part in when she edited
What's
it?
happening?
I don't know.
Some weird anagram for Nicole Unger. It's like, oh my god,
What? Why?
Ernest.
Oh, and Jake, what about you though? Tell us about your birthday.
Oh
You.
my goodness. You know what? In fact, like for my birthday, the show's birthday, Brenna's birthday, she made me this candle. So you know,
Oh,
that's how
it's a
we
Feywild.
light it up.
It's the
Light
your
it up.
crazy.
Ooh, our
Feywild
cinnamon.
candle.
If you watch some of our previous, especially the prologue, I said it a lot. The Feywild in our world has this strong smell of cinnamon and wispy magic, and Brenna like made the smell into a candle, and the candle.
Pandemic was a weird time for me.
Yeah.
I played. It was a lot of. I was like, I just wanted to burn things, and I was like, oh, I can just melt things, and I did.
even better. You get the satisfaction of like the.
Yeah.
It smells
So,
fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks. Enjoy. Enjoy.
In vegan
Oh.
joy.
And vegan joy.
It's like we enjoy these buds. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. Man, we're 3 years in and ready to keep on going. Jake Taylor here as Zymark, I Recula, the level 7 Necromancer, and pizza. Pizza.
Pizza.
Tell me
It's
about
tough
it.
to talk about pizza because it's such a beloved fixture in all of our lives.
Yeah.
Of course. Rather than a topping, I'm at least going to start and shout out, because it's a pizza I can never have again, Pistol Pete's Pizza.
Okay.
Just
All
a
right.
place where dreams came true. The pizza wasn't that great, but the memories can't beat them.
Yeah, man.
Can't beat the memories.
Yeah, a couple birthday parties.
Didn't somebody die there?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
The kid died on the little roller coaster.
Oh.
Nicole, where were you when this head was cut off by a roller coaster?
You're saying? I gotta go, guys.
You're like, anyway, pizza.
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 Let's talk about pizza.
And it's tough to pick a topping. I'm not terribly picky just because pizza is amazing.
It's all good.
Right?
So instead, I'm just gonna isolate the one topping I would not like is anchovies.
Yeah.
Never tried it, but someone ordered one across from me, and it just made the whole table stink.
No.
And it's just like they're staring at you. No thanks.
Yeah.
No
I've-
anchovies. I
I've-
agree.
I've
I've
tried it.
recently.
As a vegan.
I've tried a pizza with anchovy. I'm not a fan. So
Not a
at
fan,
least I
there
can
you
say
go.
I've tried it, and I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
not for me.
We're not anchovy D&D?
Yep.
I don't mind it, but that's because I'll
Still
eat anything.
vegan.
I don't care.
It's not murder if you eat it.
I just
what?
was turned on to like different tinned fish because I guess it's starting to get like pick up as like a foodie like bar snack thing because they can just like store a bunch of them in there.
Yeah.
You get like a fancy bread and a tin fish thing with like mussels and shit. It's pretty good.
All right.
Don't knock it until you try it, and it also is like oil. It's like in oil. It's crazy. Yeah. But it's good on a cracker, bitch.
Oil.
You know what else is good on a cracker?
Boil?
Bam. What's your pizza? What's
Yeah,
your pizza,
man,
baby?
try me on a cracker. Try me on a cracker.
It's not murder if you eat it.
Still that PB&J on the cracker.
Yeah. I was the stereotypical stoner pizza delivery guy, so I had pizza, like a free little pizza every day, and I never got old. Like I was just like, well, I'll just have another pizza today. So there's a couple pizzas that are just incredible. I'm like a meat pizza guy, I love that. But I had in where was it? It was in Phoenix. It was like a chicken Parmesan pizza with ricotta and something else. But dude, it was so fire. It just there was like 10 pizzas. That one was gone before even a slice came off any of the other ones. Super good. But yeah, I'm down with, I like a little mushrooms on my pizza. I like that kind of earthy taste on it, kind of like that balance. But I'm similar, man. You throw me a slice of pizza, I'm probably just gonna eat it.
Yeah.
I do like the thinner New York style as opposed to like the thick Chicago style, just if like I had to rank them, but fucking why? I'll still eat any of them. And I also, anchovies, I worked at Papa John's for a while, they had anchovies, and somebody ordered them, and I pulled them out and put them on the pizza, and I just went, well, that's something I'm never gonna do. Like the smell of it alone was really tough for me.
It's a strong smell.
Granted, they were probably some cheap anchovies. I'm sure like a higher quality anchovy would be
Cheap
delicious.
anchovies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like.
so cheap.
Well, the other thing too is unless you like tuna, like canned tuna, like that's kind of how it all goes down.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like the idea of tuna on crackers. Like it's just that, but with more of like a, like you know how there's like olives in like oil and brine. Like it's just that kind of vibe. I don't know. So if you're not a fan of tuna or like any kind of that kind of canned stuff, then it's not for
it's
you.
probably
I get
you're
it.
probably not gonna dig it.
Should we do a table poll for pineapple since we're talking about pizza?
I'm pro pineapple.
Pro.
Pro.
Pro, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, dude.
I have enjoyed a pineapple on a pizza before.
Yeah.
It's that sweet and sour.
Don't be
Like, I love
weak.
the
Don't be a
savory
weak
sweet.
coward. Just eat
Yeah.
food.
It's
Just eat food.
Yeah,
It's not a
just
food.
eat
Just
it.
eat the
Eat it.
just
Just
eat
eat it.
food. Yeah,
Eat it.
don't be a coward.
That's professional.
I mean, you can have an opinion, but don't be a coward. It's kind of like taking the. It's kind of like doing the roll or taking the
Average.
Average.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just don't be a coward. Eat your fucking pizza.
Just eat your
Right.
pizza.
Just eat your pizza.
Yeah.
Don't be a coward.
Whatever.
I did forget that I like to get 2 slices of different pizza and make pizza sandwiches.
Pizza sandwiches.
That's my thing I like to do. Yeah.
Clutch. Yes.
That's
So like a
good.
meat lovers and a supreme, and then I'm just like, bam, everything together. Pizza
Yo, bro.
sandwich.
That's next level.
That's leftovers for you. Like
I
make
like
pizza
that.
sandwich.
If
Yeah.
I was the DM of your life, I would have given you XP just there.
Oh,
Oh, you know, it'd be
Little
cool
50.
if he got like another coin.
Yeah. If I have one right now, I don't, so he doesn't.
Aww.
Oh, Nicole. All right, here you go. You get extra inspiration tonight.
We have projectile.
And I've blinded you.
and it's he lost an eyeball.
All right, I do want to get through some of the supporter shout-outs. We do have a WeeD&D Patreon. It is the absolutely best way to support the show. We get the most bang from your buck. I do want to shout out, we've been blessed. We've had quite a few people come in this past couple weeks. Shout out our tiers. We have the director dude at the Boxo tier. He's chilling in chat right now. Huge shout out for all the love and support. Has also been a sub and a gifter for this community for so long. And then we have Arch Nemesis and Precarious at the Glorp tier, Grim Wilder, Doorknob Studios, and this week we added John Carr to the Bud tier, guys. Check out Patreon. We've got tiered benefits, a lot of cool stuff in there, 40 of my maps, a bunch of art, early access to stuff. And yeah, we'll be cranking that out. Again, just it helps us kind of cover the expenses of this place, pay our performers, and keep bringing this thing bigger and better every single week. So definitely make sure you check it out. I did want to shout out some of our raiders from last week. They brought in their parties and dropped them in our laps. Thank you to the Rollin' 20s and Bumbly Beezer. So you'll see some shout outs in chat. Definitely click on that link and just just give them a follow, just to help and support those people that help support us. We really appreciate that. Lastly, the gift subs and those that share the Bud love. Evolving Shadows gave out 2, Double T gifted 1. Thank you guys so much. It helps newcomers come and play with our different emotes and get involved in the rituals that we have. So it's freaking awesome. Huge shout out to lawofmagnet.com. They have provided us with these law of magnets that allow us to clip our mics. We're getting better at it, I promise. We love them. You will too. Check them out at lawofmagnet.com. Oh, and thanks as always to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere of music. Make sure you check them out at Sirenscape.com because epic games need epic music. Got me. So yes, dudes, we have gathered. We've got the buds. It's good to see you. I know a lot of you guys were gone. We were doing shows and stuff. It's just it's a beautiful time to have everybody here. But we do come here for a reason. What do you say we got us a little ritual we like to do around here? Maybe you've heard about it, maybe you haven't. We like to take a lighter like this electric green one right here. Make sure we're not gonna light any of our friends, family, or household pets on fire and go. Lighters up. Let's play some fucking D&D.
WeeDnD, high fantasy, literally for you and me. So load up bowl and make a roll to take control. WeeDnD.
Ooh. Oh, I got it in just before. I was like, shit, I'm forgetting. All right, guys, we have gathered. We are ready. We have our inspirations prepared. If you'll please allow me to set the mood. There we go. When last we left the Helping Committee, or THC, they were finishing their 3 days of downtime as they waited for the resurrection of the ferocious Nechrichor. Ismark of Recular mourned the loss of his mentor Tabitha and gave her a fiery burial ceremony. He also found her spellbook and a letter that showed that it was the hag, Auntie Baruha, who had gifted her the implement of her destruction. Pickles, Ennui met with Boxo and learned of the spreading blight pushing back the standing army before the gates of Sautivon to the south, but also took the chance to spy on Enra as she went about learning more of the blonde-haired captain of the Stag Brigade sitting at the gates of Poulpay. Lucien Lamore met with Elios Broussard, captain of the Restless Watch, who gifted him the renovation of his former training grounds in hope that he may be able to create better soldiers in the looming war against the Unresting Legion. After 3 days, Lucien felt the call of the brand of castigation, reaching out deep into the unresting willows. It would appear that his fallen ally Castidian, we retconned his name, it's Castidian as it was supposed to be, whose soul is trapped within the Nechrichor's glass, fell at the sight of the Bloodhound Sepulcher, with the stag army declaring the woods off limits and the hordes of the unresting waiting in the willows. How shall THC proceed? Ooh, all right, guys, let's jump back in.
Oh, God.
You're all standing. Well, those of you that are still standing. At the churchyard of Tabitha Rothart, now deceased, whose black skull now rests in the wig of Mark. All of you have had this glooming premonition. The brand on Lucien's chest begins glowing with the black sigil of his own. You know, his matching the Nechrichor far in the unresting willows. They now both know where each other is. You see Mark lean back as if he's struck with this vision. You know, you see the floating book before you that you saw in the king's chambers, the spectral hand that pointed down at the location, the Bloodhound Sepulcher. You know, there's this pulse in the area around you. You still feel the wet mud of the graveyard and freshly dug graves as Tabitha was wont to use, you know, the fallen lost, people with no real purpose, use their bodies for her necromantic gains. As you're looking, you know, you see the twisted willows all around you, you know, the branches of them somewhat undulating as if this dreary breeze always blows through them. The woods themselves almost seem alive or in misery as you look out upon them. Mark, you recall the two eyes and the red creature that took away Funyuns from you. Funyuns is gone. That's weird too. But in this moment, as you know, Lucien, you start feeling your chest glow with that magical connection of your blood hunter order that you've put on this ghost, this creature, your own ally trapped within the Nechrichor. You guys all start hearing the crying of birds. Quack, 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 from deep within the willows.
Hold on, are they hot?
I'm gonna roll for hot on these birds.
Hot birds?
Crit! Oh, that's not 20.
Hot birds!
All right. So some freaking hot birds.
Oh my god.
They're like, you just hear them start, like the air
a murder
around.
most foul.
It's that new hotness.
Honey birds. Sorry, that was
Birds.
great.
You hear these flapping wings kind of echoing all around, and a shiver goes up the back of your spine. You're looking at the tree line of the Unresting Willows, and the sky in front of you, it's still nighttime, and there's this kind of glistening moonlight in the sky. You see it blanketed out by like thousands of birds. Quack, quack, quack! And they all have the blue glowing eyes of the Unresting. You see them all start flying down, and at first it feels like they're coming straight for you. But just as they reach the edge of the tree line, they all stop and hover in front of you and land in the willows. What do you do?
I'd at least like to let everyone know these Unresting we're dealing with, they're more than prepared. Whilst you were away, I saw one that, dare I say, was as fast as you.
No, that's just bullshit.
Burning skin. It's
horse sports.
You may notice that Funyuns is no longer with us again, but yes, he was taken by this lightning quick, flaming skinned Unresting. Quack, quack, quack. Splaining!
Shut up! Yeah, Jesus!
All right, hot birds,
Sorry.
calm down.
Get away with it because you're so hot?
I flick my wings out because I'm like, trying to show off. Like, oh, you think you're so hot, birds?
Yeah. Can we all do different things to try and roll for hotness to out
Yes,
hot the
out
birds?
hot.
Oh yeah, God, you'd have to roll a crit. They rolled a 20.
I know.
All right, let's see 40-20s. Can you out hot these birds?
Can we out hot the
Can we
birds?
out hot
guys?
the birds?
I want to out hot a bird. 10. So I don't out hot shit.
You're about half hot them.
11.
Neither one of us do.
Enra's just a little hotter.
12.
7.
Lucian's just a little. Mark's they've had a day. He's
Yeah.
had a
Kind of like
Mark's had a lot.
He smells like a lot of dead lady that he
There's
was
a
in bed
lot.
with.
a dead lady.
Okay.
Dead lady.
Bacardi.
Damn. So we can't beat them with our hotness, which is
So
fine.
they are not progressing beyond the tree line, but they're interjecting their cause as you
Shut up. Fucking.
All right.
Can we communicate with them in any way?
You're welcome to try.
I hate it when you say that. So much.
Give it a go.
Talk to them.
Don't tell me that. Then I'll say it every
Use your
time.
blood.
Can I do like an Arcana check to know if I know the origin of where these birds come from? Like this?
Give me a
Or something like
give
that?
me a history, and it is undead, so you get advantage.
The origin of love.
God dang it. I was coughing. So that's you said history or?
Yeah, and you get advantage on it because of your Blood Hunter training with undead history.
Alright, so that's 15 plus 5, so that's 20.
Oh, good. All right,
Is
so
that good?
Lucien, you remember, as you returned to town, a year out, a year stolen from you by this Feywild adventure, you made note that like several things seemed to be changing around you. The Unresting existed before, but they didn't have any strategy or strength. There was no, retreating would be strange for them, but it seemed like if things died in the Unresting Willows, they were reborn with these glowing blue eyes. And you noted as you came into town and looked at the fallen remnants of your training temple, noticing that those that you gathered with are now gone, and that your training grounds, after only a year, was dilapidated, broken into, and parts stripped from it. And so you remember as you were walking into the training grounds, you looked over and you saw a bird, not as sexy, just flying in the sky.
Okay.
And you just see it kind of shiver for a moment, and then it fell dead. And as it laid there, suddenly its wings started twitching again, and you saw it look up and start looking around, not like a bird,
Right.
with a focus.
Like a conscious.
Like a man.
And it looked at you, and then flew away. So yes, Lucien, you actually, it's like, obviously, there's a lot been going on, but you're like, it's like all things that fall in the Unresting Willows become unresting, even the animals. Now, it's strange for them to gather in such a swarm as this.
Right.
But that is what you assume has happened to all of these birds.
Alright. Well, I obviously want to let you guys know that that's what I know.
So is someone poisoning birds?
I don't know.
it wouldn't be an uncommon amount of birds. You know what I mean? It's not like, man, did somebody throw birds in there? It's just like since the Unresting have been a thing, you know, they don't die. Yeah. So it's like every bird that's died in the forest has been reborn, and many of them are now here with you. I just want to clarify.
Okay.
Are they more attracted though? Just the stench of death
yeah.
to pick? Like, perhaps that's how they ended up there? Just scavengers?
Smelled the searing corpse of Tabitha.
Maybe.
Stay away.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Well, the eater, it is not murder. It is just eating.
It is just
it's
eating.
hunting.
Just eating.
It's a hunting.
It's hunting.
It's dead already.
Yeah.
They hunted it.
They had to do it. Killing a dead person, murdering the murdered.
It's unmurdered.
Yeah.
Unmurdered.
Okay, cool. So.
But isn't undead the laziest name for what they have?
Right.
They're dead. What are they now? Undead.
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 They're not exactly
Dead,
alive,
not
so
living.
undead.
I'm going on break.
Yeah.
More dead. Deaderer.
Deaderer.
Yeah, Deaderer was already taken.
The most deaderer.
They're even deaderer.
Oh my god, the walking dead.
The Walking Dead.
The walking deadest.
The walking dentist.
There he goes.
Walking Phoenix.
There we go. Goodbye, dentist.
God damn it.
Okay, so wait, we're just standing outside of the forest, and there's a wall of birds in front of us.
That seems to be.
So yeah, you're in the church. You're like not into the forest.
Okay.
Like there's
We're in the
you know I would say let's say 50 feet between you and the actual tree line. You know there's other trees that sparse
It's
the
like
area
just
around.
outside Tabitha's joint, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so remember, she was like on the outskirts
Right.
of Cool Pay. You know, there's still those kind of weird, murky, multicolored waters, but they don't shine as brightly without Tabitha's magic, permeating into them. And so the whole area around you is very gloomy, and you can kind of see the tree line of the Unresting Willows where the ground turns to an ashen color, and those that fall within the Unresting Willows are reborn as Unresting. Shout out Champ 29, this is that Ray, baby. Mwah, 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 mwah. We love you. So yes, it's even gloomier than it was when it was just a church graveyard. And so there are just these dotted eyes, and they don't continue all along all of the Unresting Willows. They seem to be looking at you guys.
Oh, that's okay.
Hello. Okay, fine. I'm just. Bonjour. Hello. I am. We are the helping committee. Do you guys need any help?
You see in kind of a strange moment, like from the outside all the way in, each bird turns and looks. And they all look at the center bird.
Oh no.
It looks up at you.
Ooh.
Do you know the king?
I never got to meet him. He was dead before I got here. I was stuck in the Feywild for a year. It's a funny story. This is my friend Lucy. He and I both were in the Feywild.
How's it going?
A blood hunter.
Yep. Nailed it.
Ghost slayer.
Well, my particular order, but
now he's in the helping committee.
see, that's
Mm.
help me out. So.
You destroyed something that was not yours. The old king, the new king, wishes to know why.
What was it that I had been accused of destroying?
The Nechrichor.
Oh.
Ah.
That.
You hear all the birds. They start like a
right.
cacophony.
All right. You hot birds, calm down. Calm down, hot birds.
They're like,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm the sassy one here.
Sassamar.
Sassamar.
You'll have to talk to my sassy angel
Not
lawyer.
Sassamar.
Yeah, she's
Sassamar.
my angel lawyer. Yeah, always,
Sassy angel lawyer.
always talk to a lawyer. That is one thing that you learn from Pickles on Weed.
Okay,
It
you're gonna
is-
throw around accusations like that.
Lawyer.
You need to talk to my sassy angel lawyer.
Your wings are dope.
Thank you.
That's half the battle right there. See, there you go. Sassy angel lawyer, take it away.
Celestial one, was it you that smote the core?
Smoked the core?
Smote. Sorry, you're so sexy.
I did smoke.
Whoa.
Did you smoke the
If
core?
you're asking.
Yeah, you never smoked the
I
core,
mean,
bro.
Is that is that the name of the
Did you
strain?
smite the core?
Smite the core.
Oh.
Oh.
Is Mount Celestia so interested in our simple city?
You know, I don't really know what they're interested in because they are not of my concern. The people here are what my concern is. And this is my concern. There are horrible things happening, and I think that you all have something to do with it.
Boom.
They all start going around again. Their eyes start darting all in different directions. And then you see all their eyes shift to the far left one. You know nothing of us, child. You have lived but one life. We live an eternal, endless night. You will know our gift soon. But we must know, are you enemies of the new king? Are you enemies of the Unresting? They'll start looking off in all directions again.
We're just here to help.
That's what I was going to say. We are the helping committee.
In fact, we're not side choosers so much.
Is your king
Enemies.
available? Is he? Are we willing to
taking-
help? Is the
taking a
king
meeting?
around? The new king.
New king.
New the king.
Is he available?
New.
You see once more.
I love New King.
New.
You see the eyes once more shift to the right, all the way to the bird on the farthest right. You seek an invitation to meet the king.
Do we?
Oh.
I assumed
Yes,
that we needed
yes.
one.
Yes. Why not?
Is there a dress code?
You see this as like at the base of the tree that the one that's speaking is standing on. You see this scroll unroll.
Is that the list?
Looks cool.
It's a blazing invitation
Ooh,
Oh,
to meet
very
with
good.
the king.
Hell yeah.
The contract is unbreakable. Your soul will be cursed if you do not appreciate the gift you are being given. Sign this contract. I shall take it to our king. If he accepts your proposal, I will return.
Okay, I mean, no one's going to propose to anyone here.
Right.
Contract's a bit much. We just wanted a meeting.
Right.
We don't even know who they are. How can we agree to something so drastic without knowing it? We know nothing.
Right.
This is why. This
You
is
hear,
why.
"Caw,
she's
caw, caw, caw," and
here.
it sounds like they're laughing. "Caw, caw, 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 caw." Yes, that is true, you do. No, nothing.
I don't know why that was funny. Because it's just.
You see, he starts, his little beak starts sniffing the air.
Look at it.
It's so hot.
Shifts down the line once more to a different bird. Ah, one of lost time's cuttle forged.
Oh shit.
Damn.
You reek of the Fey, child.
Oh, I just pulled aggro. Okay.
100%.
You may say that I am a little bit, are you say, fair touched?
They did.
Hey!
Hey.
Then you know of Anti-Bruja.
I'm sorry, I thought you said we knew nothing. Seems as though we do
No,
know
that was
something.
the other guy.
Aren't you all the same?
Maybe.
I'm getting that vibe.
What do you know about Anti-Bruja?
We thought her an ally.
But she's a bitch, I know!
Total bitch.
Yeah, dude, she's a total bitch.
She's a total bitch.
Oh my god, we hate her so much.
Okay,
She made us lose a year.
She's the worst.
Will you swear to be enemies of the hag?
Oh, I'm on board.
I already don't like her.
Where do I sign, bro?
All of them start flapping their wings, and you see the script floating on the illusionary page changes. Sign this, and you will be sworn enemies of Bruja.
Okay, why do we need to be like sworn enemies of things? Why is that so important?
Yeah, I don't understand. Is this some sort of like, does the paper do anything? Like, is it like what if like in many years from now and people have like forgotten about like these rules or things or something burns it down? Like, does this still hold true?
Yeah,
is
or
this,
like, are you
is
just
this-
trying to take our signatures
Is it
so that you can
man-made?
copy them for something else?
Yeah.
Is there like a take backsies clause in there?
An awful lot of contracts for birds, really. Far too
What
many
is
contracts.
coming, children? is beyond your comprehension.
What is coming, hot birds? What is truly coming our way? And Pickles gets like deadly fucking serious.
Oblivion. They all start flapping their wings again.
Exactly. That is coming. Something out of your control, out of your Bruja's control, out of everybody's control is coming our way.
We do not die.
Sure, that's what somebody who is gonna find out they die says.
You see, one of them's like, yo, she has a point.
I was like, do you guys remember doing something else before you were doing this? Yeah, you were birds before.
Are we being too
birds, yeah.
confident? Shit.
Just saying,
One bird
I am
flies
just
away.
telling you from experience and from what I know and where I am from, there is something coming this way that is going to overrule all of the petty bullshit you have and meager contracts. So you either let us meet your king with good knowing that we are not enemies of you guys at all, or you just fucking wait and we'll just let Oblivion come because it's coming no matter what. Birds.
I can't believe she calls birds. You see, it goes back. You fear the endlessness of this contract. May I have your word that you are not allied with this hag? For what is to come, there will be strict lines drawn. If you are the Helping Committee, your word must have value, yes?
We've been helping all over the place.
Excuse me, bird. Yes, hello. Zymark Evekla. A fun fact that you might want to know, you mentioned your precious Nechrichor.
Yes. You see, like, they'll get really tense, like bird tense.
The one we dealt with came from Bruja.
Birds.
We don't want to ruffle any feathers. Fucking got him so hard.
So good.
Well, what do you know?
We know
Perhaps
something.
You do
We know something else. Looks like we know two something.
Maybe they'd be right about
Just
everything.
shouting
Two
at
more
birds.
We're building a relationship.
I'm just resting.
You guys like us. We're kind of like, you know, it's like this. It's a
Do you
trust
see
thing.
we're just trying to communicate with you? Clearly, if we had some shit to hide, or if we had some like Bruja bullshit, because we fucking hate her too, then you would know. You'd be. Why would we tell you these things?
Fuck hags.
I simply seek your word.
Our word is that we are not allied with this hag. Boo-ha-ha.
You see his eyes shine blue.
True.
And you watch as the contract in front of you is drawn out to say the same. And then you each watch all 4 of your actual signatures signed on the paper.
Wow, did not consent to that.
The scroll flies up into his little claw.
My hands
You
were
will
right
be
here.
hearing from my Sassamar lawyer.
We shall speak with our king. And you see all the birds start flapping their wings. And then each of them draws together. And there's this huge black bird that floats in the sky above the shadows, eyes blazing with the light blue light of the Unresting. Farewell. Flaps its wings, and you feel a gust of wind against your face as they fly back into the Unresting willows.
Is that a motherfucking Infernix?
Mark, with your photographic memory.
Shit.
This it's not the Infernix, but that is the image that it projected.
Yeah.
What is
What is
that?
that?
Hey.
From this thing that happened like 500 years ago.
It was like 125.
Oh no, that's right. Yeah. Sorry.
Don't
I don't know
be-
anything from way back
Trust
then.
me, I know this stuff. I know
Right.
so much.
But yeah, the bracer or whatever you're wearing, it came from
Bracers of Ebrex. He was a hero from this.
He tells it so much
This
better.
story. Supposedly Ebrex the wizard was due in part with a thief. You know his name?
Kincaid.
Kincaid.
Oh. Sorry.
And
I know that. Pickles.
I had it written down
best.
somewhere.
Like, I sound like Kincaid.
they were trying to take the feather of a phoenix, I believe, and the ritual went horribly wrong. Which both
it hit the goo or something like that, and then it ate the phoenix feather and reversed it, put its thing down, flipped it, and reversed it.
There was a goo.
It's on account of the goo.
A goo?
And
I
from
just
there,
know that.
that is where the Infernix was born. With
the goo and the phoenix.
and
feather?
Titania, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, that is Mab's sister. Is that right?
We, as you say.
Thank you. I mean.
Oh my god. I've been bogarting
Bonjour.
the Denver joint.
The Denver joint.
Oh, I think it's the dinner joint.
Yeah, it was our dinner joint.
Yes, I was having some seconds over here. Who's holding on the dinner joint? I dare say.
I love the dinner joint. It seems like it's almost done, but I'll pass it on.
Terribly rude.
So,
Incoming, Sean.
where?
It's coming your way.
How do you know about this? What the giant bird thing? Is it just from the tales?
From the stories, which until these days I thought were simply that, just stories. But
And what does it do?
this bracer is from Ebrex. It's a relic from at least a century ago.
What does it do?
What does it do? What does it do?
What it do, dough?
What it
What
do?
does it do?
Does it give? Does it make? Is it just heavy? Is it cool? Because it looks cool.
I will tell you.
If the
Okay.
effect is that
We
you
just
look
might
cool,
need this. We might need this at some point.
Excellent.
I'm excited.
It gives me a bit more vigor, so AC's higher.
Okay.
Nice.
Plus 2 AC.
And I feel like if
When
I
you're wearing
do-
no armor and no
Oh.
shield.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if we're in a pinch and we need a little extra magic, I can twist it, and it saps some of my vital energy and converts it into the
You'd
magic.
literally be giving us pieces of yourself?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
So it's 50. I think it's 15 HP
15
every
per
time.
spell level.
Yeah, per spell level.
Damn.
Mark!
Damn.
Mark, you're such a good guy!
Can't do that very much.
No.
Yes, forged in the Episteme Arcanus, the bracer of the wizard Brandix, who helped Kincaid deliver the phoenix feather to, unfortunately, a rather tragic end, where the creature known as the Infernix was born, and that is the first known historical reference to something called the Blight.
See?
Blight.
Yeah. The blight is something that we all should be worried about.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
You brought up a good point, though. I just want to clarify on that, too. Yes, Queen Titania was the good queen in the old Feywild before the fall of Everundum.
Well.
And so, if you recall, near the end of the prologue, she was taken away to the at the time it was the Shadowfell. But in the story of Brandix, it is said that when Kincaid glimpsed the pool in front of him, he saw two creatures. One was the Demigorgon itself, master of the plane of chaos, the most evil, powerful demon that exists, master of the plane of chaos. And sitting next to him was his wife, who appeared to be Titania.
Also bad.
And so Queen Mab famously made the world of Ganjaria. She broke the tier of the primordials and created this world, cast her sister out, and forged this world as she wanted it to exist, taking the Feywild GANJA and planting it on the earth. She started to destroy those that were brought along with her. And so once the blight started to spread, she gave magic back to the races of men to help her in the war against the blight.
Right.
That's why the Master Nugs are in all the cities. So just to tie up some of the lore bits there.
Love it.
I feel bad for Mab. I mean, really, Titania can't let her have anything. She's trying to dive in and spoil her sister's parade. It's this world she created. It's
Siblings.
Well, something to consider that we just have to worry about as well, on top of everything else, is that the Nug in this kingdom
Kushara.
in Kushara is dying.
Yeah.
So
Smoldering.
the thing that was being used to harness power to help Mab fight off the blight is dying. Is what's going on right now.
So we should try to revive it?
Well, I'm wondering if something is is poisoning the soil.
Right.
And I'm wondering if that is the blight. Like the blight is the, it's kind of a cyclical issue.
But
Right.
the blight is something that wouldn't pick a side, right? Like it's just a thing.
Oh no!
So
my
what
love,
is this
it just wants everything to die.
I know, I understand, but what is this two thing that they're talking about? We've got this battle or this thing that is coming, and they're going to pick a side. And if we side with this hag, it's bad. Like, what would that be? It can't. It's not real. Like, if the blight isn't, no one can control that, so it can't be that.
Well, so far no one can control that, as far as I know. But the thing too is that if it is all not knowing, I believe part of it is people being blinded by, like, not being aware of how big of a problem this is, and they think that it is something they can pick a side with, when that thing that, like, even if they pick a side with something that is going to kill all of us, it doesn't care, they're just gonna do that anyway.
So what could the...
And to, like, preach against that, you look like that crazy guy with the eyeball on his face.
Oh yeah.
Crazy is a strong word. I think that everyone has their own positive and
That's
negative
true.
opinions.
You look like that's what is aggressively nihilist dude with the eyeball on his head. You try to, I feel like that is why I don't really say a lot, is because I feel like if I start preaching about this, I'm going to be like him when the proof is in the pudding. The nug is dying. Something is poisoning it. There's something that doesn't give a shit about any of these kingdoms.
It's factual and malicious.
This thing that's coming could have something to do with the thing that is dying?
More than likely, yeah. I think so. I think we can agree on that. I mean, we know it from a bunch of different sides of things, but, I think we can all agree that I think that's what it is, right?
You think it's tied to the king?
Maybe there's something poisoning the forest.
I think it's the other way around. I think there's something poisoning the city, and that's why the king got out of there and joined the right side. Perhaps, at least in his mind, I'm not signing on to that idea. I'm just devil's advocate.
We just told them we don't pick sides. Like,
right.
The helping committee.
I'm just throwing it out so we can all
okay.
think about stuff. Right. I'm not like, this is it. No.
The thing that happened, when this all began, really, in the king's chambers, I was guided by a spectral, it wasn't Mother, but some other force guided me, and it showed me a location.
The hand that was pointing down.
To the Bloodhound Sepulcher. Is that it?
Yeah. That's how I say it. I also say Asimar, so maybe I'm not reliable. I just like Sepulcher. That's like a fun thing to say. Sepulcher.
It's a great word.
It's probably like Sepulcher or something, but Sepulcher.
Sepulcher.
Look, that's how I
Sepulcher.
I'm pretty sure it's Sepulcher.
Sepulcher, right? Yeah, I think so.
Sepulcher.
Fun to say.
First rules explained, technically.
Yeah.
But he just spells it, so we still have no answer.
We're like, nah!
What's the phonetic definition?
It's pronounced Sepulcher.
It happens all the time, you only read a word, you don't hear it sometimes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. A lot.
Like a chant.
All the time.
That's like, you watch so many things and you're like, oh man, oh yeah. Especially the DM, because you're just grasping at words that you barely know.
On our podcast, we always have to look up like how names are said, because we want to say their name right. Yeah.
And even if we look it up a bunch beforehand, you still panic and look it up again.
Yep.
Yeah, my name's never been spelled right on a movie I've done yet. No, not once.
One of these days.
One of these days.
It's spelled like it sounds. Anyway.
Back to the doom that's coming.
Back to Doom.
Right, back to the impending doom.
Impending doom. Okay. So, we're getting this meeting with this king?
I think so.
Probably.
I mean, it's not, I don't
How
think
do
it would
we
be a
know?
bad idea to just, hear.
We can't just walk in there, though.
Well, we can if he says we can.
Are you sure? Is
That's
that written
what
in a contract
those
somewhere that we
birds
didn't
said.
sign?
Well, it looked like we signed.
We signed something else.
I don't even have his signature. I'm a bear.
It's just a cigarette burn.
Right, be like, Your Honor, how did I hold the pen?
Yeah.
I have no fingers.
Just like your cigarette.
I'm just a bear.
I'm just a bear. I don't know. I'm some sort of weird teddy bear.
It's the best signature, though. Just like.
So, I'm sorry. Mark, you were telling us something about a vision you got.
Oh, yes, guiding me to the Bloodhound Sepulcher. It's within the Unresting Willows, though.
The one that they are looking for, that they are like... So they think that we broke their sepulcher when it was not their sepulcher. They just lost their sepulcher at their house.
That's the
Like-
Nechrichor.
Their Nechrichor?
Yeah.
Sepulcher and Nechrichor do sound way more similar than I realized.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bloodhound Sepulcher is a location. It's like the final resting place of the Bloodhound, who led a notorious.
And that's where Castidian was?
And that is, and you
Or
know
where
that
he died.
location. Like,
Right.
you know that is also where
you shared that
Castidian
with us
fell.
yet?
I think that we were going to, but then all the birds came. They
Right,
were sexy.
Okay, sexy
I got
birds.
confused. I was like, whoa.
All right, let's all get on the same page.
What am I feeling right now? And there was a
Sexy
fucking
birds.
grand inquisition. We had to sign a contract.
I
was
got
like,
feathers.
okay. So that happened. Getting back to it. Yes, I want to share that information with you guys.
That there's a man waiting for you somewhere?
Well, that the guy that I kind of let
That kind of
or made have not saved all the way good.
Oh.
He died. The guy I branded. I know where he is, so that might help me find out what happened to my order.
Did you love him?
I let him die again, so not too much.
Well, sometimes, the harder sacrifices have to be made.
Well, I think that's why we have big old fuck yous on both of our chests, because we're not good people, but maybe that's just me. Not
Yeah,
you.
you see
I meant
them.
me
We're not
and that
friends.
other guy.
It wasn't
Not-
a friend of
You guys
yours.
have
It's
fuck
just
yous
like-
written on your chest. I did not notice.
Yeah, you see the magical brand of the FU, the style of the Ghost Slayer Order. But it's the black
it's
version
under my
blazing on his
shirt.
chest.
I'm embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed.
I have a hairy chest too, so it's
Cool.
like,
I see. So we have to go find this guy
That you
in the...
didn't like.
I mean,
Also
well,
in
no,
the
just to
forest?
help me find out what happened to my order, and that's the only connection that I've found thus far, at least from I had what's his name, the Lord Captain or Lord Commander.
Oh, yeah.
He was sending his guys out to find out what happened to my crew, and he didn't really get back with any information. That's the first sign of anything familiar to me that I remember.
So then I look behind him at his squad. Just been standing there the whole time.
The finest five.
Yeah.
It's just like pan left.
Yeah, with like
Each
all
one charisma higher
Oh.
than the next.
these- And
These, yeah,
Drew
these are
Gall looks
guys.
like the crow. You know the birds were into him.
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's probably why they came.
Yeah,
Probably why they showed up in the
Yeah.
first place.
cool.
Yeah, your boys. You have access to the 5 restless
Just
watch
do like a
that you're training in your ways.
friends.
Damn, we should have just sent those guys.
We probably
We
still
probably,
could.
I mean, I think we might have to.
But
There's
our
no
names
other
are on the
way-
contract.
Whatever.
Okay, hold on. The contract, I don't think, has anything to do with us going into the forest. The contract is about meeting the king. So when we get to the king, we're meeting him. Doesn't matter whose names are on. I think this is the only way we can get into the forest.
You
It's with
guys.
these men.
What if he sees our names and he's like, nah?
That won't happen.
That would really
Well, then
be crazy.
we'll bust down the tree or whatever is there, and we'll go, yeah,
All right, yeah, that
You
sounds
say.
good enough to me.
great.
With a -1 to charisma, I can safely say that's not going to happen.
Okay, well, I'm just saying it'd be pretty crazy if they were like, he just said no.
Well,
We're like, well, okay, bye.
thank you.
Can you? I don't think that these guys can just go in there, right? They can.
They don't seem to be effective. Now, okay, with my training with them over the
Yes.
last 3 days, would I have learned anything about how they transition from what I learned to what they are currently doing, I guess?
Right, you kind of broke some of the mental
Their-
torment that they experienced through these weird bastardized rituals of your order
Ritual, that's what I
that were
was trying to
seemingly
come up with.
removed from your
Ritual.
order. Part of the collapse of it. You said you had talked with Drew Gall. He went with you to the meditation chamber, and you guys had spoke, and that was one of your main questions. Was like, what did you do? And so you were able to, and you realized a lot of it was this mental. They bound 2 spirits. In the Unresting Willows, basically, there's floating spirits all over, but they exist on a different plane than reality. And when something dies in the Willows, those spirits basically race to embody that body, but they are reborn as unresting.
embody that body.
So, yeah, it totally looks like Brandon Lee. Can't write all the time. We were doing crow quotes earlier anyway. So there is kind of these few elements at play. The Restless Watch have basically served as like their own division. You know, think of it a little bit like the Black Watch. Like it's like people that don't really have a lot to go, but want to stand up and defend the city by literally like binding their soul with another spirit to gain this stealth in the Unresting Willows. Remember, when you go in there, if you're a living thing, everything in there seemingly knows where you are, as you guys witnessed as the army fell in on you, even though you were 10 feet into the forest.
And it's like, no matter where we're at in there, it's not like a beeper goes off when we walk in, but then if we got past that threshold, they couldn't. It's like, no matter where we are, right?
Right.
Okay.
Now, to pay off some of that 3 days of downtime, it would make sense. This is a bit of from our mid-game that we did just to play at the table, where the year loss of your life came from. You had a ritual that you had used to protect the party from the time warp of the Feywild. Often you can step into the Feywild and come out 4 years later, even though you were in there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and for you were there, you had 24 hours, and right at the end of your 24 hours, the hag, Auntie Bruja, used her massive magic to wipe the ritual off your faces. You then ran for the exit. You know, you guys emerged victorious after a bunch of pickles holding a bomb and walking through a beehive. And, you know, you guys kind of wandered through and found your way back out.
Right.
You know, Boxo's caravan was no longer there. Things seemingly changed.
right.
Trees were grown a little farther.
Yeah,
And when
we're
you
like,
returned to town, you found out you had a year had passed. And in that time, the king died. The Unresting Legion has started to have this kind of intelligence that extends beyond kind of just being an undead thing like it was before. Also, of note in this, just to get all the factors in, the House of the Stag, the Army of the Stag, led by Lord Commander Ildebrand, who has declared this martial law, has said that going into the Unresting Willows is illegal.
Well, you know, so is being naked all the time, and as here I am, as Pickles on Wii, I'm just a fucking bear, so, you know, you can't tell me what to do, right?
Also,
There's a constable 3 towns back, like, oh, give her ticket one day. You're so fast.
Yeah. That's like Pickles
Yeah,
on
you're gonna
Wii.
run in the forest after me? That's illegal. I'm gonna have to give you a ticket at that point.
Citizens arrest.
Yeah.
All right, we'll both not give each other tickets.
Just walk
How you
away.
say?
Just walk away, bro.
How you say citizens arrest?
he has no power over us. We can do what we need to do that we seem best. We are the helping committee.
That's what we're doing. We're
And that's
helping
what we're
people.
doing, yes.
So yeah, let's just.
So,
With that ritual in mind, the protection that the Restless Watch give you, we could do a thing where they create almost a bubble around you. Now, the protection of them in that instance becomes very important as you travel this dangerous place. So, I like this notion. It's something building off of a thing we built early on in the characters.
Right.
That's fun. You basically could use that same ritual. Now, remember, Auntie Bruja just wiped that off your face because she's so magically powerful.
Right.
And so it's like it doesn't protect you from everything, but as long, you know, it would be a similar thing. You have 24 hours. The ritual lasts 24 hours. They act as a buffer around you guys from this Willow's detection.
Buddy system, guys.
That's
But
very sweet.
also,
Yeah, reach,
if we
hooking
have
arms.
if we have the invitation, like if the king is welcoming us in, does that do anything
Does that do
for
anything?
us?
Oh,
does
yes,
that
I
do
took that,
anything
darling.
for us?
So you do know, it's like basically you've seen that there is this spectral person that didn't look exactly like an Unresting, but this kind of visage of the younger version of the king. You had seen his portrait at the party earlier that night. And he was holding this strange burning head. And you saw him basically act as a general of the army and call them to withdrawal, where they retreated when the army of the Stag rode up. That's about all you know. You know what I mean? It's as far as like, you don't know if, you know, that bird is going to come back and kill you.
Right.
You know, you don't
so
know
lame.
if you would assume if a king invited you into his lands that those that lived in his lands would not be aggressive toward you. You notice they seem to be somewhat linked with each other.
I thought we
you
made
know.
a connection.
So, Elios is like, rides away in the carriage. You bitch. Yeah, welcome in, Tabletop Titties. Yo, shout them out. Be sure to click that link and follow our friends. Tabletop Titties are fantastic. They're wonderful people. We love them. We love them. All right, so yes, you could basically create this bubble that would protect you from being instantly located while you're in the woods by the Unresting.
Can I throw some zombies, pair of zombies in front to kind of like lead the pack around
Yeah.
this fine five bubble?
Yes. All right.
fine, fine, fine.
How do you want to do this? You have the 5 guys, burgers and fries. Do you want to leave any to their training?
Burgers and fries.
I was gonna say, yeah, can your 2 skeletons
Burgers
be
and
burgers
fries.
and
5 guys,
fries?
burgers and fries.
We got the 5 guys, burgers and fries. You with us? Okay.
It is now.
Yes. Now,
All right.
The same thing is like what happened to Funyuns won't happen to them, right?
Well, that strange unresting, the one that was darting through the
right,
trees,
the quick one.
it took him.
So there's a chance that you send these guys in there and we lose them instantly. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just trying
That's
to
why we
understand
put them.
zombie rules.
That's why we put them up front.
So we are saying, okay, so we are just agreeing right now that we are not going to get attached to these.
It's really hard for you to
I
not
know.
get attached quickly.
But
I know.
we already named
I
them.
know, and
Their names?
I know. I am just saying.
And I love burgers and fries.
Me as well. I do love the burger and the fries.
I won't push either
gonna
of
be
them
hard,
either. I
guys.
won't push anyone, I promise.
Okay,
No
so
chasm
we just-
pushing this time.
So we can be kind to these guys, to these guys.
Should we do something nice for them before we send them into the forest?
Can we josh with them?
Can we, Josh?
I mean, roll for Josh, bro.
Okay.
Oh.
I've
Burgers
been
and fries.
my josh. Can we all do it?
No, just one. There's only one. You called for the Josh
Here,
burn.
do
You
you
got to do
wanna
it.
use
You know what? You can use the giant
So
dice though.
I'll use. I'll
Unkool-Aid?
use. Yeah, I want to use the giant dice.
Giant dice.
Giant dice.
Dice.
Giant dice. Oh God!
Giant dice!
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Ah!
60!
Nice.
That's advantage.
A little gust
There you go.
You guys have failed Josh rolls exclusively. Yeah, you call upon the power of Josh, and yeah, the jovial spirit fills the area around you. You notice Drugal's doing something really hot, like he's like tuning his lute, or he's like whittling a little bird, just like.
Just casually.
That is one sexy
Whittlebird,
bird.
Whittlebird.
I like listening to it.
Make sure, man.
Yeah, so the Josh emanates. We've kind of used joshing as this semi-magical source, and so it's like you pierce into the weave as magic was to the weave before ganja was.
Yeah.
You know, you pierce into the legendary like joy of heroes and champions. You know, you're kind of faced with like the worst possible thing that could ever happen in front of you right now. It seems like swords are pointed all around you, and that your actions are seemingly starting to have influence on what's going on. You know, this army was drawn to the point of attack by your presence in the woods. You know, you've seen that some of the people at play are not being completely honest with each other. Davos and his issues with Styx, you know, Tarnuk the All-Eye calling for basically a people's uprising. You know, Mash O'Malley trying to take over the thing. What's, you know, and the Rax Royalbane, where is he? You know, there's a lot of this
Yeah,
stuff
where the
floating
fuck
around.
is that guy?
Still missing.
Yeah, weird. Very weird. And he disappeared
A month ago when the king died.
in the. But like, did he say he was going anywhere? Like, what was it?
No, Matt. Remember, Mash did not. He was like, he didn't say anything. He just disappeared. Now all of his messages are just like they're like written on letters that are brought to him.
Right, that are brought to him by who?
Various changing people. You know, if he's not a dumb guy, he would be like, "Where did you come from?" You know, and they'd lead him to different places, and of course, he'd never be there. So, you know, he's tried to find out, but also he said he wasn't trying too hard because, you know, he's the next guy in line to take over if Rax does, you know, looks bad in front of all the people of Pool Pay right now,
And
especially.
we compared the handwriting.
You did.
Sure that it was
It
the
matched.
same. It
And I do have a
matched.
personal stake in finding Rax Royalbane.
Why?
I believe that's the reason why my mother's not in front of us and instead a skull on my shoulder.
A fashion designer?
I think he murdered her.
Oh my god.
If
Oh
only.
my god.
Oh my god. Oh jeez, yeah, that's quite the bummer. Does everyone else hate that guy? Do you guys like that guy? I don't really know. I am not from here, so I'm just trying to figure out how I'm vibe checking.
You know, I have no notes on Rax Royalbane over here, so.
Really, you
He's
guys
not
haven't
somebody
done a
that
ton of
you-
encountering with them. Just
Yeah.
the notion that Rax Royalbane supposedly won the throne of Pool Pay in a game of Spliff.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's it.
that he basically was like kind of like a mercenary, suave guy.
How long ago did he win the thing?
I think it was a month, right?
He won about 6 months ago. So he like ran things for a while and like was like jockeying for power, like really wanted people to appreciate him as a leader. Even though it was through a game of chance that he actually took the throne.
Okay, because I'm just wondering if if Lucy would have any idea about him, but he was gone for a year and he became powerful within that year.
Yes.
So that was my line of
Right.
thinking.
Thinking.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Mom.
Oh,
So. Oh, sorry.
I was doing
I'm
notes.
trying to like eat
I
this
was
grape.
looking at my notes.
Okay. So we're waiting for these beds.
I don't know if they're
Sexy
coming
beds.
Oh, are we going in with
Yeah, we got
Five
Yeah, we
everybody
joshed
system.
around. We've got
Yeah, we
the
joshed.
Spirits are high.
Yeah.
Fries.
Spirits
So
are
we're gonna
high.
send. Do Burger and Fries get any like special protection because we joshed around with them, like just in case?
So, yes, through the power of Josh, this protective sign,
Smear. We'll
like
call
it reaches beyond the extent of its normal potential because of the power of Josh. And so, you kind of smear it on their soggy skin faces.
Can it one of them it be a unibrow and the other one's a little mustache? Like,
Yeah,
smeared
yeah,
on?
yeah.
And-
Yes. I
Yes.
smear you in the name of Joshua.
Yeah.
All right, as you mark the last sigil is the beginning of your time. Is that what you are proposing? That you will create a barrier with these 5 trainees of yours. Remember, you can also send some of them back. You can do whatever you want with them. And are they zombies this time? These 2 zombies. So you can, how are you going to do that? And are you going to go in right away? Like, let me know when you finish so that the 24 hours begins.
Right. Well, I just kind of want to let these guys know that, we're going to have to be kind of tightly knit, not necessarily like back to back, just kind of creeping through a hallway together. But kind of close knit. What's the range on that, would you say? Because
we had kind of, I think it was like 50 feet,
Oh,
right?
okay.
It was like
I
a
30
50
feet,
foot
I thought, but
radius.
50.
Yeah.
I like 50 better.
Yeah, there was less of you at the time too. That's 6 people in the
Right.
area around.
So now,
it,
so yeah, if we all kind of stay within that radius of all of us together.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's what it was. 30-foot radius. So it's,
Right.
Yes, 30-foot radius.
That's how I was
is
like,
right.
wait.
Yeah, no, 50. I'm like, what's 100
I was
feet?
like, damn, that's
I need a
that
bigger.
is-
We need a bigger bat.
We're fine, guys.
I was like,
fine.
50, that's one me.
Right. Okay. So yeah, in that 30-foot radius of wherever the center of all of us kind of is. Was that right? All of us are? Is the it's a singular location, but we're all involved. So I'm like,
Whatever you want.
Anyway.
You got her.
You go. You go.
We're coming for you, big
You got
grammar.
this. Coming
But
for
yeah,
you,
so we all
big
should be
vocabulary.
safe once the 24-hour thing starts. So, try and be, and all of the guys are going to be with you kind of back-to-back combat buddies. They'll just have your back, basically. That's how we'll be training. We'll have backpack buddies.
We'll have backpack buddies.
That is cute. I could ride on somebody's shoulder.
Or
Maybe-
yes, that also works. But you're so fast.
I'm so
You're
fast.
so fast.
I'm so fast.
But that doesn't mean you can't ride on someone's shoulder if you want to.
Very true.
Put your bear on my shoulder. That's it.
All right, so because of the numbers, there's actually 7 there. So do you want 2 at point or 2 in the rear? For like it's not quite a hex.
What do you want, Drew?
Man, yeah, I didn't
2
even
in the
catch that.
rear.
Thanks, guys.
You always need extra back coverage.
Cool. All right.
Fair.
Not wrong.
So 1 takes point, and then they kind of flank either side. You guys can be wherever you want in that radius. Not that applies. Right?
The
want
old
2 on
flank
your
and
6.
shank boys.
2 on your 6.
All right, so are you going to complete the
Burgers
ritual
and
and
fries.
ascend into the Unresting Willows?
Are we all on board with that,
Is there
guys?
anything else we need to
Group
do before
decision.
we go
Everyone's
into
healed
this
up.
forest?
Everything's.
Yeah,
Good.
we did a whole rest.
We're waiting on the crows to come back with the
Yeah, and you see no sign
fake
of the ritual.
signature note that we didn't
I mean,
sign.
they
But
never said they were coming back.
I guess that's true. But
We
we
have no
assume that they
idea.
can find us in here because
They'll find
They'll
No,
probably
they're like-
they'll probably leave you on red because they're so sexy.
Wow.
Why won't they Wait, they won't even look
They're
at
probably
it.
doing.
They won't
They're
even
probably
look at it.
holding
Just
it
look
down
at
so
it.
they can read it, but not actually
not
opening
actually
it.
opening it.
Okay,
That's what's
cool.
happening.
Cool.
Glad to know we all do that.
I'm just a bear. I don't know.
Just a bit.
I'm just
Cigarette burning the phone. All right.
Okay. There's nothing else we need to do.
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm all right if you are.
You're the smartest guy here, I think.
So where are we going?
The Bloodhound Sepulcher.
See?
Unless the king wants to meet us first.
That he might even be there.
Right.
I don't know.
Or be square. Let's go.
And who knows, if he's not there and that's not a place we should go, maybe he'll stop us before we're supposed to go there.
Oh, we can talk to him anyways. Like he'll stop and be like, "You live."
Yeah, you can find us along the way.
You shouldn't go in there.
Yeah.
Well, I roughly know where it's at since it was a map in the book.
Yeah,
And I always know where north is.
Old keen mind. Yeah, you always know which way's north. So it's like between you and Lucian's ability to literally feel the direction of it, you can kind of like try and you're one of the most intelligent people in the world. So yes, you with your keen mind, you can kind of guide the path and know, and steer the gang along as you go.
I'm glad he's a part of our squad.
Yes.
The helping committee.
Yeah, helping committee.
And Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
Yes.
And as you say that, Lucian, are you ready to finish the ritual?
Yes. Let's do it.
Go.
Excellent. Let's go break the law.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Tell me so.
Everyone's like, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are the helping committee. We help, or else.
Or else.
If it means breaking the law, that's how we
We
help.
will help you.
That is how we
no
help
matter what.
sometimes.
No matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Even if you're like, I'm okay, I don't need help, but we can clearly see
We're
you need
helping.
help.
You're my friend,
We
right?
are
Can you help me
helping.
hide a body? Yes,
Yes.
we
Yes,
will do
We
that
will
for
help you, or else.
We're your friends.
Or else.
Or else.
Or else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So are we going into this forest, or then the birds?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the birds are birds. They will find us
Right.
when they have to find us, and if they're going to reject us, they will make sure they
Birds will be
fucking
birds,
do
man.
it. Yeah, birds will just sexy birds will just be
Birds.
sexy birds. And sometimes you just have to let those sexy birds fly, and if they return to you, it is meant to be.
That's how you know.
And it's very sexy.
We?
We.
Nah,
Sexy
very
gang.
sexy
We.
birds. Sexy
All right.
birds.
That is one of the tags for tonight. Sexy gang.
Sexy gang.
And I mean,
gang.
aren't we true? We're talking about all them birds.
gang.
All right. So Lucian, you kind of summon that magic of the ritual, one of your Ghost Slayer orders, that you've manipulated for access to the Fae before, and so a realm such as this is not too far beyond your potential. You've got the kind of glowing thumbs as you mark the sigils on each of their faces, and the last two that you do, burgers and fries.
Right.
You feel their kind of saggy skin on your finger as you unibrow and mustache them.
Got a little bit like that.
Unibrow.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I didn't.
Do I look stupid?
No, it looks good. You look like you
both
could be a
look very
basketball
nice.
player.
Anthony Davis pulls it off. Little playoff, NBA playoff humor for you.
Please stop talking to us. We can contest.
I'm not supposed to like you because I know that you're gonna die.
Guys, we don't know that. We Josh. Let's go.
What, you joshed with him. Why would I ever?
I just shared him with Josh. He should be fine.
Are they going in front of us? Is this our group? Is this us here?
So I haven't drawn it out yet, but
Okay.
yes.
Yes.
This basically, so in this moment, Lucian, you put the last of the sigils on their faces, and you watch as one of their eyes turns that icy blue. And you see, similar to how the birds did, they all kind of like, each of their eyes, their head doesn't turn, but it looks to the left. And just like the birds, crows, and ravens on the tree line had, you watch as their blue eyes like create a circle around.
That's creepy.
And so, yeah, we'll do like a sweet little. I'll get figures from because we're almost at Intermish, so I'll grab
Okay,
some
you
of that.
put like a bunch of squares.
But yeah. So this will be the center point. Oh, squares! Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I had a request.
Look
for
at them
Oh
squares.
wow, that's a. Welcome to Squares. Bammy is with you with some of the finest squares.
Squares, baby.
Oh wow! Oh look at that! Square it up a good here. Let's make it a bigger square. There we go.
Hey.
There it is. And
Welcome back, old friend.
Bum, 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 bum. And then two in the back. Do you want to? Which ones do you want to put where, Drew?
Yeah.
What?
Which ones do you want to put where? We can put figures and stuff in later, but this is just going to be the setup.
Okay, so let's
is so
see. We got.
We are ready.
We'll put a Fizo in the front. He's the least attractive.
Yep.
Then we're gonna go.
I'm going to put a sad face.
Yeah.
I'll do it right for the audience.
I mean, he's still attractive, but he's the least
oh,
out of
he's
the
back.
sexy boys. So
Other
then we
side.
got Cortex. Is that?
Yeah, Cortex, where are you at? I'm sorry, I'm still
yeah,
on.
we're just gonna go clockwise.
Okay.
Kind of. Well then, and then you're gonna jump to the 9 o'clock on the other side.
Wait, who was 2? Who was 3 o'clock?
Oh, Cortex.
Cortex.
And then Rainier is on the other side. Rainier, sorry.
Yep.
And Fear and Gold will be at the right behind him, and
Yeah.
then Trugal is gonna be right there.
Back right, that's what I
Yeah.
was saying.
Fucking squad.
His dumps add extra protection.
Or actually, can we put burgers and fries on those, and then we'll put those
the
two in
dopies
the back?
in the back. Yeah. So fear and gold, Drew doll,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the
we'll put
the
bird
spirit of the battle master.
and fries.
That's the other guy.
All right. Yeah, I'll grab some minis for him at breaks. We're right there. So yeah, you see as this like magical aura starts floating around you. You know, cautiously step into the gray ground of the unresting willows, and you see the trees, you know, moving around and undulating like veins in the sky around you. The flittering trills of the leaves. This kind of haunted cry that just permeates the woods of misery. Sorry, I'm also looking at.
We just follow the hella sick road.
Follow the hella sick road.
Follow the hella sick road.
So yes, you know, you see this orb of protection as you guys take your first steps into the woods, and nothing changes. You don't feel the presence of anything drawing your way, and seemingly your ritual has held. You know the 24-hour timer has begun. You step a little further, you know, testing the full bulb itself, and it seems to hold true. You know, the direction that you're headed known by Mark, and exactly the location known by Lucien. You guys start walking out into the unresting willows. I need somebody to roll me a d20.
All right.
I was gonna roll for a whisper so I could whisper
Go
to
ahead.
everybody. Sonic.
Oh yeah.
5 hours.
5 hours of sonic whispering between the party.
Dope.
And then
Who
roll
wants
a
to do
d20?
this
Roll a
one?
d20.
Birthday 20?
Birthday. Yeah, I was gonna say you both
Well,
had a
I like
birthday.
the cool, but you got the new Kool-Aid one.
Okay.
All right, do
Jake
it.
can roll it.
Yeah, Jake
No,
roll it.
that's
I'm rolling
usually
birthday.
birthday.
But
Yeah,
you got it
birthday.
for me, so
Yeah.
No, you
All right,
gotta
so we'll
be
call this roll an
un-Kool-Aid of me.
advantage, and both birthday people can roll it. So
my
you have one and
God.
you have the other. That's the
There.
advantage.
Can't roll that one first.
okay.
Okay.
Let's stop having birthdays
All
all
right.
the time. Enough
count.
with the birthday.
I will save it.
We did it, guys.
For
All
when
the
I
April
got
birthdays
to.
happen.
Okay, I'm gonna use a
perfect
d20
uncool
that
moment.
my friends Mark and Sarah got me in Denver. It
Yeah.
looks like it's got a little bear in it. It's little
A bear?
bear.
Aw.
Bear.
There was a bell in there.
Yeah, he's in a
bear
bear.
with
Okay,
you.
ready? Are you ready? Da, 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 da. Okay, what'd you get?
16?
Okay, I got a
What is
one.
it?
You got a
Constitution?
1. I'm gonna call that a shit crit. You have advantage.
I
It
know.
doesn't count, but I just want to smoke around.
Yeah, I'm with that.
All right. The first 4 hours
So you don't
of
have me
what
roll
is
for
an
shit.
8-hour journey, because you're all walking, so you're not going very fast, but you're being very cautious. You're no fools. The unresting willows are full of unresting, but there are things like that may patrol some of the darker caves and deeper places. As you start walking along these paths, these looming trees with their trickling, undulating vines all around you, you kind of make out this thing on the horizon. You hear this gurgling sound, and you can see this almost like steam of pink mist in front of you. You can smell blood.
Cute.
You look forward on the horizon and you see a bridge that overtakes this small river that flows. But indeed, instead of water flowing through this, there's flows of blood, bubbling as if it's very hot, going along, and this red steamy mist kind of raising all around you. But the sign of the bridge in front of you looms before you. As you kind of look through the mist, Enra and Pickles, your passive perception's so high, you notice these strange goblinoid-looking creatures, and they're scooping blood from the river and drinking it. They have these little pink jackets and almost like a troll's hat that's like folded down, but they have these gnarly piranha teeth. And their feet are these metal iron boots. And they have these huge hooks at the tip of them, but they're ferocious-looking creatures. They have that threatening menace of the Feywild about them. And you see them scooping great handfuls of blood out of the river, and you see it's actually burning their hands a little bit. It's so hot, but yet they still guzzle it down. You watch it trickle down their chins. And there's 3 of them on the riverbank.
I'm also on someone's shoulder.
There's a pickle on my shoulder.
On this guy's shoulder.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. Which one?
Rainier?
Rainier.
Rainier.
I like Rainier. Just think it's cool.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah.
On
I'll
Rainier's
take it with
shoulder. And I, like maybe we like off screen, I was like, may I have a ride? He's like, yeah. And I go, you know how Pickles sometimes will just like be a teddy bear and
Yes.
like it heals something in them? Like, you know, like he gives them a hug and he's like, do you have nightmares? And then he just like, so they just off screen became best friends. Just like became really
became best friends?
Yeah, just became best friends out of nowhere. So now like they have like a secret handshake like this whole time, like just so weirdly close all of a sudden.
Pickles and Rainier.
Don't get that.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, BFFs for real. Like, how could you have Rainier without Pickles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pickles and rain.
yeah, you guys go way back now.
Pickles and rain. Yeah.
Pickles and rain.
Yeah.
Rain.
And he's like a really large person, and we just call each other Big Dill.
Nice, Big Dill.
Yeah.
Team of Dills.
So much happened in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, this all happened with, and everyone just kind of like,
It's been 4 hours and you guys are like best friends the whole
Yeah.
time. Nothing bad's gonna happen to Rainier.
There
You're
you
just
go.
painting a target on him because you like Drew Gall, don't you? I got you. I got you. I love him, Brandon. Don't kill the hot one.
Hot one.
No, I just
He's picking up what he's putting down. He's a cool guy.
I just like Rainier.
And he's a little creepy. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we've got these creatures.
Yeah, they have not noticed you. Your high perception has allowed you basically to like stop everybody from moving forward. But before you have a little bit of distance between you and there too. It's kind of on the horizon. So over 100 feet.
Are these like the goblins that we saw that were in the Feywild?
They're
that
not
were
bog-
the game or
They're not boggles.
Boggles. That's what they were. Boggles.
They're not boggles.
Okay. Because I was thinking, I was
But
like,
you did play
blood balloons
blood
and they're
balloons.
scooping blood out. I was like, is it like a fucked up?
Well, they're drinking blood. Do you know anything about blood, Lucy?
Well, I mean, you know
could you like
about
touch their blood?
But
Could
why?
You, yeah.
Why would a creature want to be drinking blood?
Or can you like touch their blood and be like, it's the blood of this, or take a taste of it? You're such a blood guy.
Can we?
I mean, specifically, the magic of the Blood Hunter draws from your
my
own
own,
inner
right.
blood. You're not some like.
Vampire. I don't like drink.
You're not like a vampire
We're
or
not shaming anyone.
Yeah.
We're not shaming anyone.
No, I mean you are well versed in undeath,
Right.
and so it's like you could see, between your kind of shared knowledges, you would have a probably stronger connection to things of the Fae. And so it's like, but between the two of you, you could kind of, with getting a little closer and investigating or doing whatever you could do, could determine what the origin or what their intentions might be.
Yeah.
They are Fae creatures.
Well, I'm gonna be a sneaky little boy and try to get like a close enough to kind of get like I'll hop through whatever trees and then just kind of but I always
Within
return to Rainier within the sphere.
Yeah, it's gotta be the same
Don't
sphere.
leave the sphere.
I was gonna
It'll be
get
for
so
nothing.
like,
It'll be for nothing.
It's frustrating that I
bowl
can
of
only go 30
protection.
feet. Yeah.
yes, yeah, you're pressed against the edge of the bubble.
like a dog on like a leash, like
This unfortunately because of this restriction, the check would be a group check.
Okay.
Group check.
Group check.
All right, you
So
take
everybody,
time.
give me your stealth and let me know what you got.
Oh jeez, I wonder what.
22?
4.
18.
19.
Shit.
All right, I have 22. All right, so Mark's the only fail. Now,
Mom! We can use that. That's fine.
What about burgers and fries?
Unfortunately, wait.
exactly. Burgers and fries. Now need to roll. Sorry, they're zombies, right? I'll just pull up zombie real
There's
quick.
What did I tell you? And then I'm like looking at Rainier like, what did I tell them? Am I right? Am I
All
right?
right.
He's like, yeah, we just high five and kiss.
The zombie has a -2 dex. So roll a d20 for both of them and then subtract 2.
That would be a 3, sir.
Oh.
And then the other one, because this will actually count. So
Okay.
Burger's got a 3,
Which one's burger?
Also -2. It'd be a 5.
and a 5.
Wow.
Now, last rolls, I promise. Night Grim Wilder, Night Sam. The 5 Restless Watch. So they are similarly trained. They are rangers. So they actually have +6 to their stealth.
Sweet.
Do you want to just roll 1, or do you want me to do the average of all 5?
Well, yeah, we'll just roll 1.
Roll 1. Let's do it.
Right?
Oh yeah.
This is they're all trained as a unit.
We'll do the un-Kool-Aid roll.
Oh.
Oh, 16.
16, nice, and 22. That's actually the math of it all. Like there was 3 passes, 3 fails until then. So that's the 7th roll. makes the group pass. So you are able to kind of like get a little closer onto them. Okay. I'm gonna run and get a red marker, and this is the song I sing when I get my red one.
I don't know. There's a blue one here.
Over there.
I think he wants something representing death.
Run back and go with the song.
There is a blue one.
Yeah, but that would be like water, Nicole.
I'm
this
so
is
sorry.
blood.
Okay, all right, I'm so sorry.
Oh, right, it's all bloody.
I'm gonna just
blood
some of this is off here, but there's this blood that goes through. You know what? Thank you, Nicole.
runs through
The
it.
bridge
Yay! Blue.
that goes over.
Bridge.
Okay.
It's
runs
a long
over the blood river.
Square.
And then
Nice catch.
I just want to use them so bad, but they're not right.
You do
I have good dexterity.
Get out of here.
And so you've got 2 of these. And oh shit, where'd the other one go? I'm doing great.
Up your
I'm
butt.
doing great.
In your mouth.
You're doing
I don't
good
even care. I'm
things.
gonna use.
You're doing
In
good
your mouth.
things.
I'm gonna use bam. You see one? Oh, boss fight. No. So you see the 2 scrub-looking, the whatever they are that you don't know, and just one super sweet, cool one. It kind of looks like Dave Grohl, we think.
Wow. What, a goblin? Yeah. Oh my god.
You see
that
Drew
goblin
Gall and
looks like
Emily.
Dave Grohl.
Yo.
We should start a band.
All right, so you guys successfully.
I gotta sketch this.
You see, they're so indulged in this blood, as if they're taking great joy from the drinking of it, that they literally don't notice you guys like walking up with 2 zombies and this like bubble of magic that protects you. So you guys got the drop on them. Basically, each of you would get a round. There's 2 ways to do it. You get the surprise action, but I like giving you guys like time to set up. How are you gonna address this situation? And then your rewards will come.
I want to kick an ass. Can I?
Let's kick some ass.
Can I jump, just from Rainier to just like Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh god.
Can I just go wah, 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 and like go whoosh, so that he goes into the river, like fuck him, right? And like, cause it's hot and it will burn him or
Hot
something.
blood.
And like our sphere is now over there.
But wait
right?
until
Okay,
the
great.
bubble reaches that point,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, that's
yes.
what I get. And then mobile and be like, bye.
And bounce back?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like the benefit is 30 feet. You can do, 60 with your jump back? 100?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah,
we're just saying yes,
Classic
funny.
pickles on
because you acted it out, you get like 10 extra feet of movement.
Yeah, it's funny.
So yes, you see the orb of magic kind of spills over them, and still they don't notice. So Pickles, you go ahead and get an attack roll
Okay,
on
cool.
this
Yay,
thing.
I want to give it a try. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one 'cause it's better. Okay. A 18.
Nice, that's a hit.
Great. So.
Whoa.
Oh, I invited one.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's okay.
Hey.
That makes more sense.
Okay. Cool. So then, fuck. It's 5.
5 damage?
Yeah, 5
All
damage.
right. And you're pushing it, correct?
I'm essentially doing like a kicky shove, kicking.
Give me a
it.
contested roll. This is strength related. So because you are a teddy bear, so it's like, give me a strength check. Just roll a number, a d20. I'm sorry, and then add your strength modifier.
Man. 5. I have no strength. I'm not a very strong bear.
All right, so Pickles, you
None of us have strength.
jump in the air.
But
Now I'm
wait,
gonna
don't
let.
I get anything from sneaking, from not knowing it's coming?
Well, that's fair. Give me advantage.
Yeah! This is the real. Okay, well, what am I doing?
Adding your strength
10.
modifier. You got a 24.
Oh my god!
So there is reason though. You fly up as soon as the barrier reaches beyond you. Jump up and you fly your little kick at him. You hit him in the back, but his giant iron shoes, like his body falls forward and then he just snaps back like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. And you see he turns around and looks at you. His like piranha teeth menace at you. What do you do, Emma?
I throw my sonic blade aiming for his feet to disconnect them from his heavy shoes.
You're trying to cut his feet off.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, make an attack roll. Not against me, please.
Oh, shoot. I got a 1.
Oh, shit, crit.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Enra's not doing well.
Are you hitting the same one Pickles hit or a different one?
I would like to use this.
Ooh! I mean, we smoked anyway, so that's fine.
I know, it's fine.
All right, you use your inspiration
Yes.
to get advantage?
Yes.
Yes. All right, so roll another d20.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
roll that one.
That's what they're
Time
for.
out.
14
All right.
plus, what do I add?
Your, what is it, +7? Your psychic blade attack?
Oh yeah, 7.
All right.
So 21.
21.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Yay!
Go roll me damage.
I was like,
And the
dirty.
damage, I roll you one of these guys, right?
Oh no, rules. It's fine.
Ooh.
But real cool.
Yeah, he called me out on that earlier, so I was going to factor it in.
It can be
I was
fine.
going to call out my own failure.
It is fine. So I'm rolling one of these guys.
What if it breaks like the bones on the inside so much it's like an internal sever? Does that count?
2
Like I'm
plus
gonna negotiate.
4, so 6.
6.
Technically no.
All right, you kind of throw your blade and you summon the pink daggers of your soul knife training. Sorry. You see the knife flies and strikes the ankle, but it's like the strange boots that they wear are made of this weird fey metal that like seems to move as your blade starts coming up, and it does deflect some of the strength.
All right.
But you are not able to cut his ankles off.
Dang it.
Mark,
Can
Well,
you cut his
I'll
ankle?
move them up later, guys. Just consider the bubble all around you.
I'll at least try the other one, the charmingly handsome one.
Oh, the really
looks
rugged
like-
kind of,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
It's
yes.
kind of funny. It's kind of sweet.
He's
Right.
on the other side of the bridge. I'd like to
Looks like
hit
a
him with a
cuddler.
little chill touch.
Little chill touch. Give me.
All right. 17. What's my spell bonus? It's been a minute.
Yeah, was it +7, +8?
6.
+6. All right, so
23.
23. That is a hit. You see as the bolt of chill touch, which is neither chill nor touch.
Most misleading name, right?
Yes, yes. You shoot a blast of this cold necrotic energy at him. Go and give me damage.
2d8. So that's 7 and a 1, so 8.
8. Nice.
Yeah, that's a good point. What if she severed the psychic feet so he just thinks his feet
Right.
are...
Yeah.
My psychic feet.
Yeah, he's like, he believes his feet are severed, but they are
He
not.
actually breaks his own ankles
Yeah,
and
yeah,
separates them himself.
Right, yeah.
That's
Guys.
that's a loose interpretation of the rules.
Sorry. Anyways, carry on.
Do you guys all have psychic ankles?
Yeah, don't,
Don't
like he
you have
like
psychic
believes
ankles?
they're broken, but they're not. Like so he just believes it.
Well, she did some damage, and,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
worked, but it did not sever the
Arj said it. I was like, oh yeah, right. Like, so I was,
In my heart, that's what it would have been.
yeah.
So you have chill touch. You did 8 damage. You see it blasts this kind of suave, kind of a funny, just like you just gonna want to hang around with him sometimes, right? Right? Right?
He has that about him. Yeah.
It's a chill touch,
It's
man.
natural.
Right?
It's a chill. It's a
Right,
chill
guys?
touch.
Yeah.
Except it hurts. But
So you shoot him and you realize that like the hot blood that's like flowing through his body as your like necrotic hand kind of reaches out and touches him. You see steam swells off the back of him. You know that your spell affecting him this way means he's not undead. This is a fey creature, but it did do full damage.
all right.
Okay.
Lucien,
Okay.
what you got?
Well, I guess we're gonna try and go for this cat over here.
So these two have been attacked so far. That guy still has not.
Right, the one closest to me, I guess.
The front and center guy.
Front center guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one has been.
He has not been hit yet. No.
Okay, the one by the bridge. I guess I should have just said the one by the bridge.
One by the bridge.
Right.
Yeah. The blue bridge. Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue
So
bridge.
I'm gonna see the blue is what clued me off that it was the bridge.
See?
The bridge.
That's it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You just want to roll up on him? You guys are close to him. I promise I'll put
Yeah.
fingers
Well,
up.
again, I'm gonna talk to the 5 guys and let them know like keep the bowl of protection, the perimeter like
You
solid.
do not want them to engage.
Well, the protection is more important if they can.
Get a
If
stab
they
in.
can, great. But it's more important to keep the protection around us. You know,
They'll reply.
as
Copy.
we work through that. So, yeah. Bird.
Was that?
Fucking.
Was that all birds? Those are the ones that.
Was that a
bird.
sexy
You know what? I
bird?
think it
Different bird?
wasn't very attractive.
It has a ponytail and glasses.
Wait.
Does it have paint on its overalls?
What if we just?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, I thought
Yeah, and her
that,
single dad's trying the best he can.
I see.
But now they're moving to San Francisco. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I couldn't. But yeah, so Lucien, you're within range again. You're within the 30-foot bubble. What do you want to do with this guy?
Well, then let's just run up and, like I said, we're just gonna light him up. Hit that crimson right. So yeah, as I'm dragging it out, because it's with the blood's in the river, right? Or is there just like little puddles of blood?
Sure.
On the ground? Could there be like little puddles of blood on the ground?
I said it was bubbling.
Okay.
Boobling.
Then yeah, I'll just take. I guess I haven't named my sword yet either. God dang it! Just take
name
the
your
sword
things.
out and dip it into one of the pools and have it like run up the blade,
Woo!
and then like just light it up as I bring it up. And like,
Sick.
Yeah.
just
You see the
run
blood on the
toward-
blade
yeah.
boiling as well.
And then as the blood's dripping off of
Right.
it, as I'm running towards it, it's turning into fire and dripping off the blade. And yeah, kind of sick.
The ashy ground puffs up and little drops of fire hit.
Hell yeah.
Like Naruto style, running with the sword in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me your swings.
Yeah.
Nice.
Full round, so you get your 2 attacks.
I get my 2 swangs.
Yeah, you do. Swing, swang.
Oh man. That's a. Oh wait, what am I adding? Dex? No. Yes, Dex.
No, it's your. It should be under your like sword attack. Oh, you're adding your, what is it, a D6 with radiant damage? With the fire?
Oh shit.
Well, there's that too that I need to roll that.
Yeah,
but-
your attack with your +1 rapier is +7 to a D20 roll.
to what I roll. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 16.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Nice.
So do I have to roll this now, the Hemo craft die? Or?
Yeah, you roll that in addition to your damage, which is a D8 +6.
Okay, so that's just for my first roll, right?
Yeah, it's for the first hit.
Okay. So that's 7
All right.
for both, like together, added together.
Oh, okay.
A 4 and a 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So you see your blade strikes down. I'm just going to double check to be fair. I don't think they have radiant anything. But yeah, you strike the blade. This bubbling fire of radiant energy just slashes down its back. You see, kind of similarly, you're running with dexterity and attacking lightly, but you're also trying to push these dudes into the river. And the
Right.
same kind of thing happens. You gash his back, and he falls
Oh,
forward.
he's backwards, or like
He's
his
staring
back is
forward.
to me?
Yeah, his back's to you.
Oh, can I go for the back of his knees then?
Oh yeah. Dope. You slide up just below him and you cross.
I kind of want
the
to do like a
ceiling
power
blade.
slide, like a rocked out power slide. And as I'm coming back, just bring it around and just swipe the back of his knees.
Dope. All right, yeah, you blast him. It does 7 damage as you slide across and sear him with
So
your
as he's
blade.
like starting to go back, just come up with it and then just try and straight chop him down on the ground.
Dope, yeah.
Straight chopping.
Heck yeah, give me a second strike.
Straight chopping.
Straight
and then
chopping.
the other one, let's see
Big
if we
popping.
go. Oh, that's already a 15. So
22, yeah. So
Yeah.
that hits. Go and give me damage.
all right, come on, big hits. Oh, 1 and a 5, so 6.
6. All right. So
Cease.
you see it's, you slice its legs and it starts falling back. You see the blood-soaked piranha teeth that exit out of the front of its face fall back.
Oh, yeah,
And the strange wild eyes look at you as you try to bring the blade down.
Can I pommel hit him in the teeth instead?
Totally.
As he's looking up, be like, bro.
Break a couple of the front row clean off. You just pummel smack him in his teeth. He looks up at you and it's like now there's a hole in his teeth. He gushes blood out of this little hole and it
That's what's
splats
up.
on your face.
Yeah.
You see he comes up before you can get the
Oh,
strike to
man.
cut him in half. And they all turn around. You hear the giant iron boots
Damn it.
of all 3 of them. And that's where we're gonna pick it up after intermission, guys.
Cleve.
Ooh.
Hi, Cleve.
I love these little guys. All right, so guys, we do us a 10-minute intermission here. It allows us to refill our waters, which as you can see, mine is perilously low. It also allows you to see all this incredible art that's been created by the community for
Right.
the show. Just incredible gifts that artists have sent us. Some of the artists in the room with us right now, Sean and Jake and Tom generating as we go. It's just like such a beautiful thing. And all the music here at Intermission, original music by the incredible Sandy Stein. And so all of our music, other than some sound effects and stuff, a few things here and there, but most of our music is original and created by one man for this show. So huge shout out to Sandy Stein. He's just, just a brilliant, brilliant man. So you'll listen to his creations as you have all night. While we roll, I probably got to roll one more, Jay. And then we'll be back in 10 to pick up with this bloody firefight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa, cricket.
Welcome back, buds, to Weed&d, the pod positive live tabletop role-playing experience. We have been fucking crushing a fucking badass Sesh. This is fun with all the birds and the scary things, and you guys.
Sexy birds.
Sexy birds, man.
Sexy birds.
Obviously, the title of this episode is Sexy Birds. But yeah, guys, we're honestly like right in the middle of a battle, so we're actually just gonna jump back in tonight so we can get as much game in as possible. So, if you guys say you want to jump back in,
Oh, we're here.
All right, as you can see, I lied. I didn't get figures for the guys. I just moved the river. But yes, this is kind of the setup. You know, the barrier of each of these, the orb that kind of permeates around you guys. You have tactically placed yourself where you could get as many of them in an attack as possible. You know, even as Ephesos kind of moved forward, you know, they were so preoccupied with the blood that they didn't notice him progress onto the blue bridge. Blue bridge, yes. You know, that mist of blood still boiling up, the hot air kind of starts hitting you. It's almost like a lava flow of blood. The steam and sulfur smell starts burning in your nose. You see they turn around in their giant iron boots with the hooks on the end. You see one of the hooks on the boot is actually a scythe that pops up from the ankles, and they all reach down and grab them. So here comes some madcaps. All right, so it gets 3 attacks.
Wait, wasn't that our, didn't we have a surprise
Oh, that was a surprise round. Everybody roll initiative. Oh my God, what am I doing?
I was like,
I'm not high, shut up, you're high.
Wow.
Ooh, 18.
All right, so Lucy, you got, I'm sorry, I should just do this here. All right, Lucy with the 18, it's probably pretty close to the top.
14.
14 for Pickles.
9.
With added your initiative modifier?
9.
Oh, no.
I didn't believe it. Mark?
13.
13. All right, so they get. That was actually a great point. Sorry, that was your like surprise attack as you try to knock them in.
Thanks, Drew. Thanks for paying attention, Drew.
Thanks, Drew.
It was
That Denver
really
weed
hard
was crazy.
with that super good weed from Denver.
That Denver weed.
Mark, what was yours?
13?
All right. So it's going to be
Guys, you're all
Lucien.
so good.
It's going to be Lucien. It's going to be Pickles.
So good.
And then it's going to be them. It might say the wrong thing,
Big
but I'm
ups
just
to
going to use it.
Denver.
Boom. And then Mark, and then Enra. Boop.
I love this
All right.
card system. It's
Dude,
convenient because
It's so simple, but it's like one of those things you're like, why don't I do that? I have the thing here, and like it should work. So you see, they kind of turn around and look at you ferociously. One of them has a bashed hole in their teeth from where the pommel of Lucien's blade, the unnamed, popped the front row of its teeth out. But these sharp piranha teeth dripping this kind of like lava scented blood that spills to the ground. Hey, Lucien, what do you do?
Well, I guess I'm gonna just keep at it. Be like, oh man, that you need some dental work. Let me fix that up for you.
But the walking dentist.
I'm just gonna. That's a 20.
What'd you do, Pop? Oh!
That's a 20.
Rules is rules.
Okay.
do me the honor.
Oh yeah.
Lucien, that's double dice roll.
Lame.
So that's gonna be 2d6 and 2d8 plus 4, plus 6.
Just on my first swing too?
Ooh, swing, yeah, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Man, you could do it. Mathematically, you could do it.
All right.
So 2d8s and 2d6s.
All right. There's my other and my other. Okay. I'm just gonna drop them all at the same time.
Oh, that feels nice.
Right? All right.
Fun sound.
Well,
Not
that is unfortunate. I got 2 1s, but I also got a 6 and an 8.
Okay, so 14, 16 plus the 4 plus 6 is 22 damage.
Oopsie.
Lucien Lamore, what do you do?
turns in the blood.
I love when he does that.
Got him.
So he picked up the scythe, right? And just big old circle-shaped hole in his piranha teeth coming down me like, oh, buddy, that's just, I think I got some holy water in my bag over here. And then just pop him again.
Oh, get the other side.
Just
It's like
pop
the carnival game where you got to shoot the teeth out,
Right?
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, just pop him on that side, but I just hit him too good, and it just swings right through all his teeth. I'm like, oh, oh,
Oh! Oh!
I feel like I should be sorry, but I'm not.
You feel your pommel just roll through the teeth like a bowling ball through pins. And you feel the drip of the kind of like hot lava on your wrist. It doesn't burn you or anything, but you feel it as it's in its mouth. And you literally remove the teeth from its mouth. You see its eyes kind of look up at you and it folds in on itself. And like the iron boots are so heavy that it just falls like this. And is laying there in front of you. You still have your second attack.
Holy shit. But he's done?
This guy's done.
Done.
Yeah, bro.
Bye.
Yeah, Crit City. We built Crit City. We built
Crit City on all those rolls.
Yeah.
There it is.
As a team.
So I trust my team.
Get him again.
So which one do you want to go to?
I guess the one I'm... Well, that one still hasn't been attacked yet, right?
No, you were the one that attacked the one that hadn't been attacked yet.
Oh, okay, so
They've
that
all
one
been
has-
attacked now. Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna go to the guy with the book here that I can see closest.
This
to me.
handsome gentleman to the right?
Yeah.
The one that
that's
looks
the one.
obvious.
So handsome.
You don't hear that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Lucien, you kind of a battle maneuver, like roll back to the other side using that momentum. What do you do?
I'm just gonna get at him.
Get him. Pitter patter, let's
Oh,
get him.
not this time though. That's a 4 plus 7, 11.
So that is a miss. You see as you kind of spin, this time not striking with your pommel, but your blade. You see the sickle flips up in front of him, and he kind of grimaces and smiles at you. You see the piranha teeth, like his lips fold back
Oh, right,
and
he
more
has
blood
all his
spills
teeth
out.
still.
Yeah, he still has
Or
his.
now.
Kind of a flex right now, right? So that is Lucien Lamore, which brings us to Pickles on Weed. What do you do?
Hey, I want to do a. I want to throw a dart at the little one
Cigarette?
from my. Like, I just want to be like, pew! From Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah, you see just these built, these big, broad shoulders. You rest easily on their side.
17?
That's a hit.
Cool. Yay! Okay, so that's 1d4 plus 4. So I roll the 2.
So 6. Nice.
Just kind of go, pew! Right in his little face.
You see it burns him a little bit, but again, it's like this hot lava hasn't really been like bothering him so much. So he like grimaces at it, and you see his piranha teeth bear forward, but he doesn't really like wah or anything. He just swallows the damage. I mean, he took it. Don't let me. That wasn't like damage resistance or anything.
Great. Does that count as one attack?
That's one attack.
Okay, cool. So I can go do something else now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that. So I do the one, pew! And then I'm gonna do another jumperoonie, like, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's fine. Okay. That's fine.
So I'm gonna be like, wah, 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 wah. I'm gonna try doing exactly what I wanted to do.
And kick him in again.
Kick him, but like I want to. If anything, it'd be so funny to like break his legs. Like you know how you can just break your legs forward.
Oh,
so
I'm there.
that's what if I do
right.
okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna. Wah, wah, wah,
So first it'll just be your unarmed strike, your monk
Yeah.
strikes.
Yeah.
To see if you hit.
wah, 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 wah. Okay, 15 plus
8.
7.
Yeah. Plus 7, 20,
That'll
22.
do.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Okay, so I go wah, 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 and I go and I where's this? Okay, I'm gonna come on, baby. Well, it's a 1 plus 4, so like
5.
Yeah.
All right. So you hit him. 25. That is not. He's not bleeding yet. So you
Well,
fly up.
what if I spend a key point and do a flurry of blows? So it's like a double thing. I go wah 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 wah, and I go pop pop.
I'm gonna need to see it. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. You're right. I got it. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
it's
Excuse me.
Helps to visualize
It
it.
goes. I go wah 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 wah.
He's so cute.
Oh, look here.
A little kiss at the end. All right.
And then yeah, I go back.
And then Rainier, he's so broad that he's like easily landed on. You just
Yeah.
Back to
Still
Mount
standing
Rainier.
He just like puts out his little
Yeah.
hand. Yeah. His,
catches you perfectly in
huge,
stride.
yeah, every time.
His big mitts.
And when I stand, it looks like when people just hold their babies like
Yes.
that. Babies just do that.
Yes.
Babies just
that
do
thing.
that.
That baby holding.
That baby.
I know what you're talking about. It's
Babies
weird.
do that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Pickles
it's
does
like.
that.
Yeah, Pickles.
Pickles does that.
So, yeah.
Little baby pickles.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna give that a try. I wanna go. I just want this to work, please, God, please, Gorb. Okay, well it's a 10 plus 7.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
What's your damage?
Okay.
That's crucial in this moment.
God, I want to know what's your damage.
What's your damage?
But I get 2 unarmed strikes when I do this.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna hit him
So I
again.
get to do it again.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so 3 plus 4.
7.
7. Okay, so then I'm gonna do it again. Pew, 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 and it's an 11 plus 7. So
So
it's
18
gonna
hits
hit,
again.
And then I go, wah! And that's a 3 plus 4. So it's So 7. So 2
All right.
7s.
You know, he's right at the edge of the barrier. There's a little bit of barrier behind him. And with your first strike, you know, you try to kick him back into the river and he doesn't fall. He kind of tips backwards. But you're so dexterous. You like flip through his feet and kick him from the other side.
Yeah.
So you kind of teeter him back and then come up with the key kick and send him folding over his shoes front ways.
Yeah.
Again, the heavy iron of the boots. He falls. He's still alive. And he gets a constitution check. Oh, you roll a 3. So you hear the snap of this strange goblinoid's knees as it falls forward over its broken knees. You hear it scream out in pain. All right, so it's not mechanically, it takes away one of the attacks that it can do. It has this kind of like weird thing. You'll see it if you get one. But you've disabled his use of that ability.
Okay.
And he's low. He's in real bad shape.
Nice.
All 4 of us are just like, oh, that was a gnarly one.
And I'm like, ooh.
Rainier's like,
I was gonna say,
what have I become?
does Rainier got a chance to get in there and take a stab at that fool?
You want him to move?
Is it gonna fuck up the barrier?
You've kind of got it in like a
Let's
formation.
just keep it
I mean, like it would, you know, you could, you know, try some stuff, but I'm just curious.
safe.
But yeah, if they
Full
get close to
protection
any
for a
of them, they're welcome to take swings. They have like attack of opportunities, basically.
Okay, so yeah, if they move through there,
Yes, if they move through their threats.
then that works for me. We'll
Cool.
keep it that way.
Yeah. So Pickles, it still is up. What do you bounce back to Rainier?
Yeah.
You notice his shoulder's a little cold. Like he's like, who have I
Cold
become?
shoulder.
What?
He's like, just kidding, Pickles. We're best friends.
Yeah, we're best friends. And you're on a trained killing machine.
Secret handshake. All right, so that's my my guys. You know, you see the one Pickles that you folded over his knees. You know, he's like, ah! And he kind of like pushes himself off the ground and is like teetering on broken kneecaps. But he pulls his scythe out. You see, at first his first instinct is to move with his boots and do this. You know, you hear them kind of like zzz, building up energy. But he's like, ah! And he can't move them because his knees are broken. They're so heavy. So he instead gives you is going to attempt. He can move still because I don't want to like break this monster. So.
I tried.
All right, Lucien is closest, and he did see one, destroy his friend. You see, like flops his way over. He's like dragging the boots with broken knees, but the scythe kind of extends as he falls forward and strikes at you 3 times, Lucien.
Ooh, lots of them, am I right?
What's your AC? The lowest he hit was a 19 or an 18.
Well, it's 18, so.
All right, 3 strikes. You know, you can see you must assume that this is a slight in their community to remove the teeth from their mouths. And you see this one's just like, ah! And he lurches forward. You know, he can't quite bite you, but he swings at you, and his scythe kind of moves like Matrixy. It's like, and you get hit 3 times at once. You take 27 damage.
What?
Oh my god.
All right.
I
So
don't like them.
that puts me 37. Jesus.
Wow.
All right. You see the creature that you shocked with your chill touch is like looking up at you with that same intense ferocity, but it is not. Its knees aren't broken. So this one, this one rolls up and you hear the boots like zzz, and that little hook on their toes just going like a battle bot, just like.
Holy shit. That's creepy.
And you can see these like little treads on the bottom of the shoe pulling forward at you. He's basically like rollerblading at you.
God, he's got those,
Lucien,
like,
you get an attack of opportunity.
Wheelie
Hey,
sneakers,
at least I
damn
get
it.
one of them. 17.
That's it.
All right.
That's this guy.
He's
Break
trying to
his
roller
knees.
skate
He
away.
is not bleeding yet.
Break his knees. Their knees are their weakness.
11.
11 damage? Yeah. Nice. You see, you slash him as he runs, you know, trying to simulate what Pickles had done by breaking the knees. But with the gears of the shoes already going, it's like he has too much forward momentum for you to get a full strike on him. You do the damage, and you see a great gush of this lava blood start spilling out of his leg. But he seems intent on returning some revenge
Or at least
to
his
Mark.
shoes do.
Mark. Let me see here. All right, so you make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. You see, it's like zzz, it flies forward on these little wheels, and then one of the boots lifts up, starts coming at your face.
That would be a 9.
All right. You take 20 points of damage.
Oh.
You see it like stabs you right in the forehead. And the force of this kick is so strong that it knocks you prone.
No.
So you get bashed on the head and fall backwards. You're looking up at these menacing piranha teeth dripping down on you. But that did use up its full attack. So, so Mark, you are up. You're laying on your back. Again, when you're prone, it takes half your movement to stand up.
Oh, I can do the business standing right. I'm gonna get the fuck up and chill touch his ass. Fuck this guy.
Dope.
You're standing now.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
You see it's like the spectral hands of necromancy raise you from the ground and then attack him.
Oh, shit. 11.
11 damage?
11 was the...
11 AC?
Yeah.
All right, you see it's just like the ferocity at which it wants to get at you. It strikes back the magic with this blade, and you see that fey trail of magic kind of knock back your spell.
I'm gonna call in the boys burger and fries.
Yeah.
All right, so you've
I
got
can
to
do
the
that on a
left.
bonus action, right?
Yes, but as they move in, so too with the barrier.
Oh, they're connected to the barrier.
Yes, that was why you got it like a little bit wider.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you not want to do that? Was that an assumption
No,
that I had
okay.
made? Okay.
That works. We'll keep. We'll leave them
not
be
what
for
I
now.
Okay.
Yeah. And then even though I've just been absolutely wrecked in the face, I see the little mustache on Burger. Guys, this is serious.
Guys.
Yeah. Okay. We'll leave them be.
Stay prone. Now, if you are prone, people. No, you stood up.
prone.
You stood up.
You
Never
stood
mind. No, you stood up. So he doesn't get advantage on you while
I'm
you're
squaring up with this handsome little goblin fuck.
Yeah, you kind of like stand up. You're much taller than he is. So as you look down, it's like you see this menacing piranha teeth like look up at you with these ferocious eyes. All right, Enra.
Okay, I want to help Mark out, so I want to run up and attack this guy with my psychic blade.
Kick your ass.
I'm gonna try.
Do it.
I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, kick your ass.
Don't fail me.
Which one? The one on.
I'm coming for you, baby!
Time to kick some ass. Oh, what a great time.
All right, Enra. Which one are you attacking? The one that's fighting
The one
Lucien or
that's
the one on
hurting
Mark?
Mark.
Okay. Yeah, you see Mark's in like pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
You know, he's not as tough as like health-wise as much of you, and took a pretty bad strike as he got knocked on the ground, and then like his like spectral magic pushed him back up and tried striking at this little creature. So you roll up on it. What's your crit is an automatic hit, and what it means is you roll double dice.
no.
So whatever your attack is, that many dice. So what is it? 2d4
That's what you were
for your
smiling
psychic
about.
strike.
It's like,
For my
It's a
for which
d4
one?
plus for your psychic blades.
My psychic blades, 1d6 plus 4.
Okay, sweet. So it's actually 2d6
So
plus 4.
2d6
That's what the
plus
crit
4.
gets you.
Okay, cool.
Get it.
So I got a 4 and a 3.
4 and a 3 plus
Plus
4 is
4.
11. And that's the one on Mark? Oh! Well, all right. Let me just do it.
Oh my god. You kick your ass.
Enra,
Yes!
what do you do?
Yes! Okay, so I jump up and I slide over here, I'm doing a home run at a baseball, and I take my psychic blade, and I'm like, I might not be able to do real damage, but I'm gonna cut you up, and I slice through him a whole bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also go towards his ankles just for fun.
You accidentally cut his head off. All right, you're like, I'm getting him this time. And your blades, it's like as you slide, they kind of come off your elbows and you just slice his ankles. This time you strike true. He's like falling back and then just evisceration of this pink magic blade. And his body does the same thing. It folds, this is the Denver Weed, folds over on top of
Return of
himself.
Denver Weed.
As the iron shoes hold him standing, but he is down.
Bye! Oh,
And so is
Everybody get down!
Get down.
You got a little
I got you, Mark.
All right, sweet, nice attack there. You got anything else you want to do, Enra? You still have a bonus action. You could do your second strike as well.
Yeah, let's
little
do a
piece of shit.
second strike on
Hit that
this
first.
guy. Okay,
That's
I'll do
good
this
luck.
first.
Call upon the magic of Ganjaria.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my bonus. So I roll this again, right?
Yeah, D20.
D20. 18.
All right, yeah, with plus 7, 25, that's a hit.
And then I use this guy instead,
Yeah, this time a
right?
D4.
Great.
Yeah, it's not a D6. Plus 4 still though.
1.
So 5.
5.
All right, Lucien, as you're battling this one over here that just tried to, came up and eviscerated your back a little bit, you see the psychic blade thrown by Enra. And it strikes. It does not. What was it? I'm sorry, 5.
5.
Sweet.
Yes.
Enra, what do you do? It was a 4. I was looking at the other one. I was like, oh, he's at 6. No, that one's dead. He was at 4.
All right. So let's just say that there's some trees around where we are too, right?
Yeah,
so I
willows.
use my spider shoes and I jump up onto this tree. So I'm hanging sideways and I'm what's up? And I flap my wings and then I slice him.
You see his ferocious eyes looking at you as he's just sliced through the eyes. Falls down again. Their iron shoes are just so heavy that they just fold over them and they're embedded in the blood-soaked sands that are around this river of blood. Let me just double check that. That's something else. Okay, cool. So yes, you see these fey creatures folded over themselves, dead before you. You see all the 5 restless watcher looking around, and Drew Gall from the back. Those were madcaps.
What?
Madcaps, creatures of the Fey realm. They don't trigger the detection of the Unresting either.
Why is that?
Some say there's powerful Fey magics in these woods. I've seen very little of them. But I know these little buggers. They'll have blood.
Do they just enjoy it, or does it do something for them?
They say it's a erotic feeling they get from it. Can't blame them myself. If I found a river like that, I'd build a house there.
Okay.
They did have big smiles.
Are you blushing?
So
Yeah, bro.
makes sense.
As their smile grew, their teeth as well grew to match.
Can we investigate the bodies?
Yeah, they didn't dissolve or turn into ash or anything.
Oh,
They
nice.
just
Let's see
folded
if they
up.
have any cool shit on.
Yeah, I want to look at
I
this,
want to take a
boots
pair of
and
them shoes.
I'm
All right.
curious
Little
about
madcap.
them as well.
Oh shit.
All right, Rogue.
I mean, I'm
Yo, did they have any money on them?
what they got on them?
Yes. All right, give me a treasure roll.
Treasure roll.
Treasure roll.
Roll the 9.
A 9.
All right, there is. All right, you realize why the feet of these boots are it's like you're going through their pockets. They have kind of a red jumpsuit. Oh, sorry, I'm still in battle mode. You see the. Sorry, I'm just doing this. There we go. All right. You notice that their coverings are very simple. They have these long kind of clawed fingers similar to the goblinoid frame, short, about 3 feet tall, folded over themselves, a mere 1.5 feet. The piranha teeth on them and everything. Nothing, no real possessions, no trinkets, no bracelets or anything. But as you kind of move the bodies, you hear a rustling of coin inside of their boots.
Cool.
And each, as you pop them out of their boots, oh, I'm sorry, where did we go? There it is. Each of their boots is filled with 300 silver.
Cool.
Can I put the boots on the zombies? Please.
Dude, heck yeah, that's sweet. All right, Mark,
Even
write
if it's
this
just
down.
for aesthetics.
No, write this down. I'm just gonna give it to you because it's
Some zom boots.
Zombie.
we've invented an item. They're called the Zom Boots. What they get is an attack called Ironbound Pursuit. It moves its speed to a creature it can see, and then that target must make a DC 14 dex save or take 20 damage and be knocked prone.
Holy fuck.
But they're like these little mechanical shoes that they have.
Oh, sweet.
cool.
So putting them on
I didn't like it when it
zombies-
hit me in the face, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that
Pay
should
it
use
forward,
that
bitch.
against someone else.
Yeah. Yours
So sweet,
now.
yeah. I'm just gonna give. I think that's cool. You don't know how many times it'll work, but it looks like the gears are still spinning in these weird boot contraptions with their little battle bot claws.
Burger and fries are up for the task.
Oh my
the little
God.
zom boots.
It takes 5 guys, but just 1 burger and fries. But that is what you find on them. They are, again, as you kind of get closer to them, pickles with your connection to the Fey realm. There's no mistaking, and Lucien, even you, having spent, not what was a year, but a day for you in there. I mean, it's that smell of cinnamon that is in the air a little bit about them. And but apparently, pure Fey creatures are not triggering the Unresting either. They interact in this wilderness separately.
Wow.
Wow.
I did it again.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. This is my job.
Yep. So those boots, they wouldn't fit me, right? Because they're for smaller creatures.
Yeah, and it's like because they're zombies, you can literally just like chop off some of their foot and stick them in.
Yeah,
You're a medium creature, they're
Real
small.
Cinderella story.
But it's gross. It's definitely gross.
I was gonna say I'd like a pair of them boots, but I figured they wouldn't fit.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally just cut their toes off and they slide right on.
Can I take the 300 silver and divvy it up amongst all of us?
Yeah, so it's 900 total. There's 300 in each boot. There was 300. So it's
Nice.
900.
We've got 900
Each singular
silver.
boot
90
or each
gold.
pair of boots?
Cool.
Because that would be 18, wouldn't it?
Just don't keep your gold in your boots. That's the
That's-
moral of the
that's-
story.
That's totally fair. It wasn't, I said it was 300 in each boot. There is
There's
12 boots. No, I'm sorry, 6 boots.
Yeah, there's 6 boots.
Yeah,
that
so
would
each
be
with 3 would be 1,800.
Boots the house
So divided by 4 would be like what, like 450?
Great, so we all get 450.
450 silver each of you guys.
All right, guys.
Again, I'm not Mr. like, how much does that weigh? I like to just ideas that there's just sacks of gold and silver tied to the side of every adventure in the world of D&D. Yeah. What's that? The heroes are coming!
Yeah.
They're terrified. I just live in the forest. Leave us alone. This is our blood river.
Speaking of the Blood River, is there anything weird about the Blood River, or can we like?
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a pretty run-of-the-mill
Other than blood.
Maybe like,
river.
is there any magic attached to it?
Absolutely,
Is there like,
yes.
okay, great.
And what it appears, this is kind of like, again, a little bit of the lore of the world, but like the collapse of Ganjaria occurred when the Shadowfell and the Feywild collided, and the realm separating them was broken. And so this river is actually an embodiment of just one of those scars. And so it's a place at which powerful Fey magic and powerful Shadowfell magic exist in the same place.
Okay.
And so it's just this natural phenomenon. And, you know, the Restless Watch kind of, again, they're very quiet, but they fill you in. It's like the blood river flows for some time and then resumes the normal path. And then it will appear elsewhere. Dark magics fill these woods.
Weird.
So the river moves.
The river moves.
Thanks,
Is
Randy.
it possible to take a sample of the river with us?
Dude, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do
What
that.
are you going to carry it to?
Well, I've got this flask of oil in it. I've got 2 of them actually. This one I've had with me. So I'm gonna
TPK.
keep the one I just found because that one's, I don't know what that one's about, but this one's pretty old. So I'm just gonna dump this out.
Oh, you just had oil. Yeah.
It's fine, guys. We're in the circle of full
Yes,
health,
yeah.
whatever. So I'm gonna use this flask that I've got to take a sample of the blood river.
Just spoop a little.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll get the oil. We'll oil up the zombies so they have
Great,
the fast
there you go.
boots and they're all greasy.
Right.
Yay.
Oh yeah, greasy boys.
Greasy boys.
Greasy burger and fries.
Yeah, it's a greasy
I
burger
mean, that's,
and fries.
they're good. Bert, have you been to Five Guys?
Yeah,
All right.
it's
Bag is
Oh,
just
it is good.
Just
saturated.
saturated in grease.
Sometimes
oh my
it can
God,
fall out.
So good.
It can
though.
fall out. It's cleaner.
clear.
All right. So you have, unfortunately, because of some of you had 2 checks, one of the rolls was poor, you did have like this wilderness encounter. Fortunately, they were Fey creatures and not people that may have tried to attack your barrier. They were more interested in ferocity and just defending their blood river.
Good to know.
But beyond this, you are allowed, access beyond. Is there anything you guys want to do? Again, I just want to, because it is a rule, it's like a homebrew rule, remind you guys. We have a thing called a breather, which you get 1 of every day. You can use a hit dice, and it's just like, boom, it's just, you just kind of catch your breath after a battle, and you can use 1 of your hit dice as a resource to heal yourself, whatever value your hit dice is. So that is an option. Short resting is an option as well. Again, that's like an hour. But
Yeah, some of you guys did take like a lot
Damage.
of
you are also in like a strange wilderness. So while you're camping, if you did want a short rest even for like an hour, there's another roll. There would be a chance to encounter some other danger.
Okay.
Well, what do y'all want to do that got hit?
Yeah. What's
Well, I was gonna
that?
say I've got greater healing potion. I've got 3 of them,
Okay.
so I could use that. That's 4d4 plus 4.
44 plus 44 plus.
Blah, 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 blah.
Need water. I'm coming.
So I'm just gonna use one of those. If I
All right, sweet. Yeah, 40. That's a D6. The
Oh right,
Yeah, yeah.
force. That's
4d4. 44.
44. Right, 7.
Plus 4?
7.
Yes, I guess.
So 11.
Well, that's just 2 of the 4.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So 7.
So yeah, and that one 5.
All right, so 16 you heal back.
Nice.
You know, again, we in our world, it's not as much a thing you drink. It's like a font of magic that you kind of pour into your essence and heal some of your wounds.
You put it up your butt. Yeah.
But just like with your butt.
Every time.
What about you, Mark? Did you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm
11
gonna
hit points down now. 52.
I just have a regular healing potion, so that's what 2d
2d4 plus 4. 2d4 plus 2. I'm sorry.
plus 2. So if I can bonus action that one and then pop on that mage armor, because I wish I had that before.
Lasts for 8 hours.
7.
7 plus 2?
9.
Nice. So you get 9 back of the 20 you lost.
Hell
So you're what, at like 40? And then you're like, I draw a 4th level spell. Fall over. I'm coming, Tabitha. All right, so.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming, Tabitha.
All right, you notice like the experience of the Restless Watch kind of navigating you through these woods. Again, it's like, why don't you tell us about the Blood Rivers? But it's like they are very quiet and weird. Like they seem like half present as if they're in one place and another at the same time. They have a hard time maintaining focus, except for Drew Gall, who has all our focus.
Right.
So.
Kept it cool the whole time.
Yeah. So you guys kind of move forward beyond the Blood River, as you take your sample of this. Feel free to write that in your inventory, just know you have it. And you have this strange, very hot, syrupy almost vial full of this. It's like hot to the touch. Like even when you put it in a bag, you can kind of feel it pressing against you like a hand warmer. And so, you scoop it up and hold it on your person and look around. You see the Restless Watcher always, their one blue eye always focusing around the circle with even burgers and fries. And their other eye is constantly checking. And due to bringing them, like it's such a good idea, they basically pass your second check with a survival ability. Like these are the woods they roam. And by using them, you're afforded kind of passage through. You look around in this strange willows and it's like when you look in a direction and are trying to see something, it feels like the trees block the path before you. But when you just look around without much intention, the path that you're following kind of seems open to you. And so it's like your own essence of the living that is within all of you is not welcome in this place. And so your logics start shifting in your mind a bit as you go through this place. But again, the constant presence of this barrier around you by the Restless Watch allows you to kind of navigate through the strange brooks. You see no more blood rivers, no more signs of fey creatures. And interestingly, absolutely no unrest. Like not even a passerby.
No sexy birds.
No sexy birds.
No sexy birds. This is when we have our like, what are you waiting for moment.
We're trying to be sneaky.
Yeah, I know.
Cover a little.
Bear. Okay, so you guys did potions. You didn't want to do a breather or something either. You feel good?
Like I said, I'm only 11 hit points down now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
All right.
I can save
Full
that
steam
breather for
ahead.
later.
Onward we go.
You hear the little wheel, like little treads on the bottom of their shoes.
Greasy zombies on their little roller
Little
skates.
greasy zombies.
Greasy little zombies. I have a question. How
Bad
much
name.
time has passed since we started?
So that battle barely took a minute. At this point, you have traveled. Again,
23 hours,
you're about halfway
59
through. You're actually you're very close because the second check is passed by the experience of the Restless Watch. So at this point, you are like 30 minutes from a ride, which it's been 7 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh, my whisper doesn't work anymore.
Ooh.
why
Yeah,
I
during
was
that
asking.
battle, you felt it buzz out.
You didn't even get to use it.
But it's okay. I can always get another one. I just have to burn a dice for it.
You just kept telling Rainier what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
In this time, they're saying this.
Hey, guess what?
I guess we'll just have to
speaking. And then they just
talk
go.
to each other.
You are my best friend, Rainier.
I'll never die, friend.
Why do I feel like he's gonna die?
I would love that if the restless guys that we've got could have no expression in their voices, but could make all the facial expressions of happy and sad, whereas Pickles has all the inflection, but
Yeah.
has no facial. So like,
Yeah, Pickles, we'll always be together, friend.
Yeah.
Complete each other.
yeah, that's why it works.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys pushing on.
Yeah.
We.
You
Yes,
move
we are.
forward again through the strange, willows. You hear a caw of a bird, and you look up. It's like everybody's waiting for these friggin' birds to come back, and they have yet to. but just some bird flying around in these
Fucking
woods.
unsexy birds. Get
Right?
out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
Man, oof. Good from far, but far from good. All right, as you guys you start walking through this tree line, you see this strange outline of this kind of terrific structure building up before you. It's this massive, twisted, foreboding structure that seems to have been worked by dark magics over the decades since its building. You know, as you approach the sepulcher, you see it kind of off in the mists and the twisted trees that surround it, branches gnarled and forming these strange, unnatural shapes that writhe in the winds that kind of seemingly blow over this dark area. The gray ash, soils on your feet start getting a little moist, as if there's an ambient moisture in the space around you. The air is thick with the smell of decay, and for everybody else, it's like, oh gosh. But Mark, it's just like, it's your favorite smell. It's as if you never left Tabitha's side. You see this large stone structure looming over the surrounding forest, the walls blackened with age and the stone pitted and scarred. Strange ruins and sigils have been etched into the stone, and they seem to glow with an eerie green light in the darkness before you. You see a massive stone archway built up in the front of it, this swirling pattern building up this flow of strange blue-green magic that drips down. You see the before you, there's no creatures around save these two hounds. They have this stretched red skin, and they're kind of skittering around the front of the sepulcher. This is indeed the Bloodhound sepulcher. You have arrived.
I'm guessing those are bloodhounds.
The hounds at the gate do not notice you coming. Again, the advantage of bringing the Restless Watch, you see they all kind of hold up their hands, and the whole bubble just begins shifting over to the side. At this point, you have not been detected by the Bloodhounds. There are two Bloodhounds, good guess, Drew, sitting at the front of this building, seemingly kind of like guard dogs. But they haven't made any sign of you, and you see the Restless Watch stop, and they look over at you. Do you notice this? We are no longer in the willows. What? You see he steps out, and his blue eye shifts forward, and the barrier around you collapses. It's fine. This is not the domain of the Unresting. The Bloodhound Sepulcher. I thought I would never see this. A monster to some, a hero to others. But this is where they say he rests. The Bloodhound. He led a witch hunt for the changelings in the cities of the Kush kingdoms, forcing them to wherever they've gone. He was malicious. He showed no remorse. He flayed their skins in front of their children. His greatest joy came from their pain. His hatred so strong, it seems to have torn the veil itself. Are you sure you want to go in there?
Yeah, why not?
Group vote. I was gonna say, guys, sidebar real quick.
Oh yeah, wait, what? Yeah, we all like the we group over by Lucien.
I just want to make sure
Camera
that we're all cool with this. I mean, I can tell the guys whatever, and they're gonna be on board, but we're all good with this.
I mean,
I don't want to force you guys into doing something that you're not.
True, but like,
what else would we be
the other
doing?
option? Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
We are the helping committee, and the
That's right,
way
we're
that
here to help.
we help is to go inside and kick an ass.
Right. And those bloodhounds clearly need help.
Oh, they are very frightening, and I do not like it very much.
They don't notice us now, but they are about to go beer poppers!
No!
Who's a good ball? Like, nobody ever loved them.
That's the problem.
That's the whole problem, yeah.
They just...
It's always blood and hunting.
Right? Uh-oh. Okay.
No, I would never do that.
Cool. Well then,
Lucy.
Lucy.
So yeah, how do you guys want to approach this? You know, don't worry about the battle map of it all right now. This is a little theater of the mind. But you know, as you break the tree line and the barrier of the willows, again, there's still like trees and swamp hanging around and stuff. But it does seem like there's this strange aura around this. Again, kind of the Shadowfell side of that magical energy.
Okay, so is there anything that like you can't do? Okay, this is like an area that it doesn't have any of the rules of the place that we're in.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're not in trouble for being here?
Yes.
No,
Technically, you're not in the Unresting Willows right now.
technically.
Am I? Am I in it? Am I?
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. No. It's over there, and I'm over here.
But I'm like also trying to think of like, was there anything that like anybody couldn't do that they can do now, like, or like, you know, that now that we're not in there, like if we take, oh no, we already did healing potions. Okay, we don't need to take a short rest. Okay.
No.
You could. I mean, you have, again, it's just like you have 24 hours. You're basically at the end of the first 8 hours of this journey. We'll take 8 hours to get back if that is your plan.
Anyone have anything that could distract those doggos?
That's what I've been trying to think of.
Yeah.
Something to distract the dogs.
Like a meat.
Burger and fries you've got, but I just feel like that's
Oh my god!
They are blood hunters. They're bloodhounds.
Do you have any of those sandwiches?
Oh my god. Well, if
God.
you say meat, I know, but this might be.
I
They
feel like
might
that's
have to
just
be
too
how
cruel.
this happens.
I don't think I could do that even to a bloodhound. That's
Well,
so
maybe they won't
cruel.
even eat it. They'll just chase it.
But if we, whatever. Do you have one still?
No, I gave him out.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to deliver burger and fries?
I can't think of
honestly,
anything else that we can.
The thing is already broken, so we can.
I mean,
Everyone can do
can't
what they
they
want.
just be like friends? You know, like they just
Burger and
like
friends.
burgers and friends.
All right, zombies are traditionally slow. I'm going to give them the speed of the mad cap, which is 25 feet.
Okay.
Holy shit.
It's a little faster. They're not 15 feet because it'd be fun to just watch them like.
just-
the zombies are like.
Oh.
But they move faster. Like it does allow them to move faster. So is that what you want to do? Like distract both of them?
It reminds me of like RC, like putting some meat on like RC cars, and they're just like, woo! Like the dogs are running after, yeah.
It's adorable. They're so clumsy.
Yeah.
Would dripping a little bit of the blood I took onto burgers and fries
I
help?
was just gonna say we took that sample.
It would.
Great. I'm gonna just do a little drop on one, little drop on the other, little dab like cologne, and then
It's
I'm
like,
gonna.
it's like burns.
Just get this little gold mustache. This little
His
gold
little
unibrow.
double gold mustache and the unibrow, the Anthony Davis one.
I love them.
All right, you,
I love them.
Mark. You see, they look at you, and you know, kind of point forward, and you hear the bzzz building up of the energy in the shoes, and they go, and it's like they're zombie bodies, so they just kind of like, flop around as the shoes kind of guide the way.
Yes.
They hit the edge, you know, near the black stone of this epic dark sepulcher. And you just hear zzz, as the sound gets louder on like the cobblestones as you get off the ash forest. And you hear the little tink, 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 tink of the slashy shoes. And sure as shit, the hounds both like look over and they chase each of them because
Yes.
So that has fucking.
Puffos be puffin'.
Yes.
Come on, Buffalo.
They will be being pursued by these, and they do have hit points. So do you just want them to continue going for as long as they can? Is that your plan?
As far as they damn well can go. Just
Okay, just
Just like,
go.
they're like,
Go,
all right, but
baby.
like, you're getting a bad record with sending us into these woods. We're all talking.
We're all dogging.
Is there any
Okay.
like
And then we
big
can
trees that they could go
run
up and just
inside.
stay, and then the dog could just stay there and bark at it?
Yeah.
Aren't there little claws in the boots?
Right? Just like up the side of a tree, and they can hang upside down.
Just chipping at
And
it.
the dog
Yeah,
just.
I love that.
Just snapping out. It's brilliant. I love it.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, absolutely.
fucking
Yeah, give me that. Give me that.
Loud.
I was gonna say.
I don't think they have much of a climb speed, but with these shoes, you know, again, it's like gear driven, like a tank. Like go up the side of this great willow tree, and you just see them just kind of like sagging from the ankles, just like they're under your control, so they're not like, but they're just like hanging in the tree. You see the hound snapping at the base of the tree, but they've left the big archway in the front.
Right.
Shall we?
Well done, team.
Let's go inside.
Well done.
God damn.
All right. You walk up to the great stone archway, and there's these two statues of these same stone hounds. Kind of as you go a little deeper into the recess at the front, their eyes glow at this inner fire, and the archway itself is carved with all these scenes of violence and bloodshed.
Weird.
You see this warrior known as the Bloodhound just decapitating countless changelings. You see flayed skin removed from the bodies of them as they hang from these very same willows around. He went on this.
Church?
I was gonna say so.
No, it's his
so
resting
not Mormons.
place, a sepulcher.
It's his
So it's like this is where his
resting
body
place.
is in rest.
That is unfortunate. This is a weird thing. This is an interesting thing to put on the walls of someone's life.
Right.
So this guy must have been a real bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, rolling 20s?
Yeah.
I think they drink on 1s and 20s, and we smoke on 1s and 20s. So I'm sorry, ladders up to you guys.
Well, then we'll smoke.
Come on,
I'll smoke
ladder.
to you.
Because they said rolling 20s. That's a crit hit
I'll
if you ask
smoke
me.
to you. Whoa.
Be sure to click on that link. Follow these guys, man. They've come to us a couple times now. We really appreciate you, dudes. All right, so you're walking into this strange sepulcher. You see just countless horrific acts, literally just painted on the front of this archway.
Nightmare.
As you guys kind of step inside where this archway looms in, you see this eerie light kind of calling you from within. Many corridors going off in different directions. But once more, that strange red mist that you experienced in Tabitha's church seems to be flowing from the central corridor. In front of you, there's a grand stone archway and this door that's sealed shut. You see giant hands holding the blade that the Bloodhunter was notorious for using. That he probably slayed thousands of changelings with in his time. You see it kind of emblazoned across the front of the door as some kind of, you're good enough at Arcana. There's some kind of magic aura about this particular chamber. But that same blood red mist flows from beneath the cracks of the door. You look around, there's probably 4 other doors in the central chamber, some far off beyond, little hallways that peer around. But this base floor is pretty simple as far as it's like, a pathway leading forward to this room in the middle and then kind of 4 doors dispersed around the dungeon. What do you do?
How's that chest feeling? Do you feel
Yeah.
it nearby?
Anything vibrating you a certain direction?
Oh,
Hey, where's your friend?
Smells like Nechrichor.
yeah. Would I know, like, in what direction to?
Directly in front of you,
Okay.
behind that door.
Oh well.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la,
Yeah, then that's-
don't be shy. You got to kiss that guy.
I'm gonna check for traps. Whoa.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yes. Oui.
All right, yeah, a perception check.
Yeah, I'm the worst at this. Someone else should, but I'm going to.
You're almost compelled by the feel of your
Right.
brain of castigation.
Perception. Oh,
Well-
plus 0. Great. So 12.
All right, you kind of like look forward, and the door that sits in front of you again. It kind of permeates this magical energy that even flows under the crack in the base of the door. And you're looking forward at it, looking around the room. You don't see any traps.
Okay. It's plus 1. I forgot to change it, but a 13.
13?
It's not gonna make a difference.
Can I just do a quick investigation to see if any of these other doors might be something we want to check out before going into those
Yeah,
ones?
I've
Yeah.
never been here, guys. So I'm telling you that I feel his presence on the other side of this door, but I don't know anything about this place.
Plus 8.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, yeah. So pretty good investigation. Your guys are smart enough to like stay near each other. It's a big creepy building, but it's like you find as you start moving away from each other, there's just this eerie dread about this place. The hairs on your arms stand up, and the rancid smell of death is everywhere in a more impacted way than even you've experienced, Mark. It's like somebody turned it up to 11. And it's in your pores and even in your skin in this moment. And there's just this vile hatred that drips in the air in this place. 20 investigation. You see, they are 4 different doors. They are not unlocked. They are not locked. But there are 4 different doors. Each kind of set as ceremonial chambers in and around this central antechamber. Do you want to open them and take a look inside, or just like listen to see if there's anything going on? How do you want to approach that?
Listen.
You kind
Instead of just opening up the door. Listen. It's just rude opening up doors, so let's listen.
All right, so you go around, and there's quite a few. Like again, it's like this place is carved and designed for this celebration of this malicious person. And you kind of go to the first door and listen, and
build
you
this
hear no
place?
rustling creatures. You start moving forward and check the second door. Your ear against the kind of stone door that holds it shut. No sound. You two are a rogue. You're good at moving silently. You listen for the shifts of sound or a toe on the ground, and none of them seem to be present. You get to this. You get to this third door, and as you put your hand against it, you're just struck with this intense psychic pain. You hear the screams of 1,000 changelings, as if this room beyond this door was one of the sources of the terrible things that were done in this place. The fourth door is you hear no sound inside.
Okay. I kick open the third door.
Kick.
All right. So you kick in the door of the third room. And you see in front of you a torture chamber. You start looking around, and you can just feel the horrible pain that existed in this room before. You look around, you see this giant spiked iron maiden. It's so large that they could put multiple people in it at once, and so better kill the numbers that they required to smite the land from this scourge of the changelings. You notice around there's like a prison cell in one side with whips and chains and a cat of 9 tails. This ferocious whip with metal teeth used to flay the skin of beings humanoid and not. Various instruments of torture, a guillotine on one side of the room, strange, bizarre, curved blades and horrible implements of pain that are just littered all about the room. The pain that is felt in this room is such a burden to your soul mind, this psychic place you take energy from. There's such a strike of psychic energy here that you become aware that this is one of the reasons that the Shadowfell seems to have split through at this location. So much horrible stuff occurred in this location that it literally cracked the veils of the plains. And so that's why this is not the Unresting Willows, nor the Feywild. You are clear in this moment, like it all just comes together in front of your eyes.
Do we feel this or see this stuff as well, or is this just her? Okay, can I just casually walk by, like smoking a cigarette, like, oh Jesus fucking Lord?
Yes.
This place is terrible.
It's a pretty big room. It's like 40 by 40.
Yes.
And so you're just like walking by, you see like Enreds, and again, this is racking to the brain as you hear like the collected cries of the thousands of those slaughtered here, just kind of mixing with this psychic energy source. And you like look forward, Pickles walks into the room.
Yeah, well, again, I'm just looking around first, like, oh my god.
Yeah, oof. You see again this giant spiked iron maiden on one side of the room. It's like the lingering smell of death in here, the amount of rotted flesh that just kind of leaks into the cobblestone cracks on the floor, and it's awful.
Again, who made this? Who commissioned a contractor or somebody to build this?
Right.
This is really a lot of work for someone who had the weirdest hobbies.
How do they
I'm
sleep
just
at
pointing
night?
at all the shit. Yeah. I think he slept fine. Evil people
Probably.
can just sleep.
I think he made all of these himself.
Of course he did.
No one helped him do any of this. He did it all on his own. And then he recruited people to help him hurt people, but he created this on his own.
So do I see my buddy's body? My buddy's body, that's what I say.
My buddies.
Do I see Cass?
Well, that's in that center room. She's gone to like 3 of the doors. Like she's going into the chambers around it.
Yeah.
So there's like the center area with the doors.
one of the
And then
doors.
she was no, that's like the center thing. She's checking the 4 doors on the exterior.
Gotcha.
It's a big kind of square place, and she goes to that. She
Big old
doesn't
square.
seemingly get any sense on the other side of the door from the first 2.
door
She goes
3.
to the others, and then you just see her kick in the door and go inside.
Gotcha.
And she's kind of standing, looking around in the locations you guys are investigating.
Why did this guy hate changelings so much? What is the big fucking deal? They're just people from other places, right?
So Mark, you would know, you lived in the kingdoms. Like the idea was, it's like you cannot trust. It's basically like McCarthyism. It's like, if you don't know who someone is, then it can happen, and anybody can blame anybody for anything. And there was this terse moment where the Adelthor power and the shift in dynamics that happens with humans as they fight each other, ways backdoor wars, started to shift, and people were worried that the tense negotiations of the 3 houses would collapse.
Right.
And it was then that the Bloodhound gave them what every huddled mob wants, and that's something to hate. And so they dumped all of their problems on this race of mostly, enchanting captive. They're very charismatic. They're very popular in the arts, and they were well loved for a while until this idea that the reason all this stuff kept happening was changelings. And then they masquerade around the cities as if they're other people, and you never know, was I replaced by one? It was just this horrible, the worst side of a big city in a medieval setting. It was hatred that they plagued upon to fix their problem, and it actually worked.
Well, yeah.
The changelings have been rumored to have retreated somewhere else, but they stay shifted in the presence of the city. If one is seen, it's always something big. Like it's a big deal.
Well, that's their powers to be not seen because they can basically be anybody. It's that whole Mystique thing in X-Men. There was one person that could do that, and look how much shit they started. It was like...
But just because a person has an ability like that doesn't mean they're going to start shit. And there's plenty of people who don't change their shapes, but change who they are without even needing to change a physical feature.
Like the king.
Right.
Like he was supposed to be some way. I don't know. I come from a place where there are a bunch of different fucking looking people all over the place. I had the friend who was red. She was red. There was a mole guy.
Right.
There was some dude. There was just some really nice guy. He could not climb a flight of stairs to save his entire life. There's just all types of people. So I do not understand why it matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying that I can understand why people are afraid of people being able to do that, have that ability, and that's why they were probably hunted down is because of that fear.
Because he planted
I'm not saying I'm
there.
personally afraid of that.
No, I understand that, but he planted that fear there. That fear wasn't there before. He planted that.
Right.
You can make that about anybody. He could have picked anything and made it bad and created this horrible mob effect and this incredibly awful torture.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucked up people in the city, too.
With that, you hear the creaking sound of metal. Pickles, what's your AC?
What? 17.
Doesn't matter because I crit! Oh, I got you finally.
Oh, no, I don't like that, though.
All right. You kind of, Pickles, your perception is so good. You're the first to hear the creak. And your little bear ear just doesn't move at all. It's like, but you hear it. You kind of turn around, and you're in the center of this chamber, looking around as you guys all have this conversation. And suddenly, that giant Iron Maiden lurches forward.
Oh my god!
And you see that the like metal stone front of it peels away, and a giant mimic busts in out of its skin. You see this big purple tongue wraps and hits you.
Oh no.
All right, boom. Give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, your best one, huh?
10. It hit a 15 AC in its second. That's a 22 AC?
17 AC is what I have.
All right, so it did hit.
I have a 17.
I guess plus 3?
16.
All right, so you see this giant purple tongue wraps around your waist and starts pulling you into this maw of teeth.
Okay.
You realize it's actually trying to eat you. But you're strong enough that you push your hand and your foot up and you perfectly stop yourself from going through its teeth. So you are not being eaten by the mimic. Dang it, I wanted to put you inside of there. But you are wrapped up on its tongue.
Oh no!
All right, guys, that's where we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Bug.
The Blood River's in this room too. Gosh.
It's everywhere.
Don't
The
worry,
Blood
I'll
River.
Oh my god.
Right
You
now.
guys,
15.
15 for Enra.
Plus 4, so 19.
Rainier's gonna be
17.
so pissed.
God, that's
17 for Mark.
You guys.
17 for Mark.
7.
9.
9. And
But Rainier loves me. Rainier will save me.
Yeah.
all right, it gets to go again. So that was its surprise attack, just like you guys had to put it in on them. It actually got a 21 on its initiative check, so it beat the party.
Fuck, damn.
And Pickles.
I have other reactions. What do I have?
Yeah.
Well, deflect missiles doesn't work.
Not a missile. Oh, mimicked with a missile tongue? Jesus.
That'd be the worst. Shit.
Oh, let me see. I can check too. Because I get a list of your action, of your
I think
reactions.
that's it. I only have
Oh, yes, Pickles. I'm talking.
I have slow fall.
So just slowly fall into this.
Yeah, currently you're like bracing yourself from going in. You feel the purple tongue wraps around your waist even more and it's trying to pull you in. But yeah, slow fall, deflect missiles. Yeah, nothing that that helps.
I want to do when I have my turn, but I can't. Life's hard.
All right, this time you make a competing strength check, but it has advantage because you're grappled.
And we can't like react to this?
Nah, it beat you in initiative. So if this is like, you guys get it right, you get to walk into, you know, fights and surprise guys. It's part of its thing. If it doesn't move, it's indetectable. And so it got a surprise attack on you.
Okay.
Wait, so it can't move?
What's that?
It can't. You said it doesn't move?
When it didn't move, you couldn't see. You couldn't detect it. There was no perception check that would have noticed it because it looks exactly like the
guys, just get away from it, and then we'll just throw stuff at it.
Yo.
It can't move.
Welcome in to the circle, bud. That's exactly like it's like a changeling monster in this big horrible changeling place. So you do see the big, and I have this gorgeous mimic, so it's like I was made him bigger than he normally would be. But I apologize for nothing. So Pickles. Give me again. It does actually have to hit you. It swings twice. First one is a 17 AC.
That's my AC. Yeah.
Okay, and then the other one is a 15. So the 17 hits, the 15 misses. Give me a strength. We'll do it. No, check. Strength check. Just your ability modifier.
9.
All right, it actually got an 8. It has, all right, so I rolled a 5 and a 1, but it is advantage, so the 1 didn't count. Okay. So it got an 8, you beat it by 1. It starts pulling in at you, the tension on your waist, you take 7 damage as it constricts around your little teddy bear frame.
Okay.
And then it is going to twice and once with its bite. And then you see the teeth come down on you. It can't eat you like it wanted to, but it is going to try to bite you. 23 AC. You take 7 more damage and 8. Oh, you take 15 total. So you take 8 more after that 7. And you feel this acid from inside this purple tongue as these little sores around the edge of it start popping and burning you. It's got you like constricted and it's trying to eat you.
Rude.
But that is the end of its turn.
Rude.
So you see as you...
What the fuck? I'm screaming. Oh my god.
So we have, coming up next is going to be Enra. You know, Enra, you're kind of standing there. You feel that surge of emotion in this place. You look at this shifting monster in front of you, and you can't help but feel this like strange like energy just pulsing around in your brain. You know, again, the psychic energy of this place is so strong. And so you kind of steel your resolve and you look forward at this monster that's trying to eat Pickles on Wii. But you're also extremely perceptive. You hear behind you, there's a sound of feet coming behind you, running up the stone corridors from 2 different directions. You kind of look behind you and you see a couple zombies, not with the cool shoes, but actual zombies pushing out of the second door. This moment, this birth of action from this mimic has kind of brought to life some of the creatures that were around this place. You see 2 zombies coming up from the northern corridor, and as you look behind you, they have this strange, like, black and gray glow, almost like the Rorschach mask in Watchmen. Okay. Their body, like, shifts around, and there's these, like, ink wells that go around them. They're some strange permeation of a Shadowfell zombie. Mark, you've never seen a zombie like this before.
Are they changelings or anything similar?
They are not. They are actually zombies, but they are different kind of zombies than you've ever seen. You've never actually been to the Shadowfell. So they have their own stuff, but they are not. They're not super friendly. And then coming up from the back hallway, you know, almost from the door from where you guys were going, you see one of those little darklings, the same little creatures that slit the throat of Tabitha Rothart, but he looks a little taller. And he's standing there and he's got, you know, at his side, he has this little scimitar sword. And as you look back, Enra, you see that he's like walking forward with that same look, that insidious look that led to the death of Tabitha Rothart in front of you. You see he's looking up at you and he reaches forward, snaps his fingers, and this cloud of darkness starts swirling around him. And that's where we're going to pick it up next time. God damn it.
No way. Oh my god.
It was so short.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, it's right? Like we'll go long. We've done it before. We've had nights where it's just like we've got to go. There's some juicy bits in this crazy building.
Yeah.
So,
Juiciest bits.
I also wanted to give you guys like a little bit of like a real dungeon experience. Like I always my dungeons tend to have like one route you can go and all kinds of stuff. I want, especially Nicole, you're new to the game, Jake. I haven't like given you the traditional kind of D&D dungeon. I am not gonna. I'll map like combat encounters. Like don't worry, we'll have one next week. But like keep track of where you're going. I like putting that on the players. It just gets you kind of mindful of like where you've gone, where you haven't. You can feel free to draw a group map or anything, but that's on you guys, how you remember. Now again, you have Mark, so and he has photographic memory. So there's a little bit of interchange between us there. Thank you guys so freaking much. That was a fucking ride and a half, and we are now in the Bloodhound Sepulcher. The Nechrichor is closely emanating, the trapped soul of your friend Castidian. We changed it. Castidian Castidran.
Castidian.
But holy shit, guys, that was fun as shit. Thank you guys so much for being here. First timer, Terran Wanderer, welcome to the circle. But so good to see you guys. Gina
Dave
Fox,
Clark.
Arj, Evolving Shadows. Obviously, I love you. Dave Clark, that man. Dave Clark. And Arj, baby, you still here? It's just so good, man. I love doing this with you guys. Thank you guys so much for just being amazing.
You hurt Brendan's feelings.
Let's do it. All right, guys, this is what was it? Sesh 7, guys. Let's give it 7. All right.
That's a 7.
Join us next Tuesday, where we're going to be going deeper into the Bloodhound Sepulcher and seeing how dark and twisted this place can actually get. Hopefully you come hang with us, guys. We do this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. We do have a dark one coming up. We're actually doing a cool thing. We're going to go meet with Weed&d, who's doing like an event here in town with cannabis, other cannabis content creators and sponsors. And so we're going to be doing a little social media stuff with them and kind of going out. That'll be this Friday and Saturday. So keep an eye on the socials. But yeah, dude, fucking thanks so much for being here. We love doing this. I fucking love you guys as humans, all of you. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to our studio crew, who is the best. Sean Gilchrist at the keys. Munge on the art movement and Generation, and Stephanie, the most best studio manager in the game. Also audio. So it's like she's got so many roles, it's hard to keep track of. Maybe she's a changeling. But yeah, we've got a little bit of a battle coming. It's one of those like, there's a few rooms full of monsters. And we'll see another battle with the THC. Thank you guys so much. Anything any of you guys want to throw in before we head this thing out? Extra Life, yes.
Oh, yeah, July 1st, we are going to be going on Extra Life with our friends at the Playhouse. Hold on, let me pull up the thing.
You can also just shout out !SO space and then Tony Blue 87.
Yeah, Tony Blue 87. So he's going to be like streaming and for like 24 hours on July 1st, starting at 10 a.m. And it's everything that we do goes to benefit the St. Rose hospitals for like all the children's stuff out here. So it's awesome. We've done it so many years in a row. I did a photo shoot one year. I think I did like a $200 thing or a $500 thing. And I was like, if we reach the goal, then I did like a sexy minion photo shoot. And so I had to do that. And then the second time was like a sexy raptor shoot. So I did that.
Yes.
And so now I'm trying to come up with what I'm going to do this time.
A pickles
pickles on me.
Sexy pickles.
I'll fund it. Like, we'll make this happen.
Yeah.
I'll get a costume, but you have to wear it a lot.
Yeah, so we're doing Extra Life,
sexy
and
bird
it's
shoot.
amazing and so much fun. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like next Tuesday, I'll have more information. But
Yeah,
just
and we'll
for-
make sure we link it in all our stuff too, because it's such a good cause, and it's we'll go game for goodness.
For the good of the
goodness.
children and
All
the
right,
smiles.
We do have us a little ritual we like to do around here, guys. Maybe you've heard about it. Maybe you haven't. We like to take a lighter, like this electric green one that you got in chat. Make sure we're not going to light any of our friends, family, or household pets on fire and go. Light us up. We fucking love you, buds. God, this is fucking every week, man. You guys are just, aren't they fucking great? I love them. I love you.
I love everyone.
We'll see you next Tuesday. Night, Sam.
So what? You can't touch me, 'cause I'm from the internet.